Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey.
Vince McMahon shit on someone. What is this? I don't know. I don't know what this. I heard about it in a writing.
Chance.
It was in someone's name. It was in someone's name in the credits. Their name was like Vince McMahon shit on a woman or something. And I don't know what that means.
Too strong. It means a lot. It means it is one of the craziest things because Vince McMahon's been in a lot of lawsuits over the years and he's done a lot of payouts and all this shit to sweep things under the rug because he's clearly a degenerate. I mean, there's a segment in the WWE where his wife, Linda, is in a wheelchair, essentially like comatose, and he's like just making out with one of the other WWE divas just in front of her. Like, no matter if it's fucking scripted or not, it's just a wild thing to do. And it's like, imagine what he's doing behind the scenes if he's doing this shit on the camera. And then it goes even deeper because he's doing shit in front of people that work with him, like what this recent lawsuit is connected to. So what we don't know, we can only even fucking imagine. So this chick, she's down in her luck, and this is during the pandemic. When I first heard about this lawsuit, I thought it was like decades ago or something. Like something that just got propped up with the statute of limitation thing that New York did. Right. They were like, hey, they gave people an opportunity. I thought it was something like that. No, this was just a few years ago. And this guy got her in touch with Vince McMahon because she needed money. She needed money to take care of her family or some shit like that. It doesn't really matter the origin, but he fucking took her under his wing and essentially pimped her out to everyone, did ungodly things like shitting on her and what have you. And it was in front of people that are adjacent to him. This guy, it doesn't matter who these people are.
So this is all, to be fair, this is all alleged in the lawsuit.
It is, you can say alleged as much as you want. It is alleged. Right. But the thing is, the text messages that are accompanying this is like smoking gun shit, but it's still alleged. Right. And the craziest part of this is the text messages. Vince McMahon is almost 80 years old, and he's texting like he's 16. Like it's the horniest, craziest shit you've ever seen. And you're like, that's why I thought this was a long time ago. I was thinking, like surely he was
16 when he did this.
Yeah, surely he was 16 in the 1940s or whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah, texting in the 1940s
with his Morse code or something. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot to pull up preemptively the text messages because I wanted to read some of the excerpts from this shit. Like there's one that is
you got time to pull it up. I can't believe, like, I read that and I thought it was just a ridiculous. Look, our comment sections, our Patreon credits are full of ridiculous shit, right? It's very difficult. Like every now and again you'll hear something that kind of sounds true and you'll be like, wait a minute, is that real? And then you'll look it up and it's either not or like on occasion like 5%, 10% of the time, oh, it's real. That's crazy. This was one of those things where it's like, I don't know what to make of this because I don't know wrestling enough. I don't know Vince McMahon enough. Huh?
Most of the time, they're not lying to us.
Most of the time.
Honest. Most of the time, they're telling the truth.
It's true.
That is fair.
Okay. I'm going to read. Let's see. So this is weird because it almost starts off as a email where it says RE as in like reply, I think. Right. Like, cause when you reply, it says the RE colon. This just says reply, your last picture. You need, I'm going to try to read like Vince McMahon. You need your panties ripped off and 3 big black dicks in all 3 holes at the same time. Way up your pussy and way up your ass as far as they will go, but even farther. And the thickest cock goes down your throat, so it makes you gag and convulse as those big black cocks pound away, and it feels like from the start you're being assaulted, but it's made you come nonstop. He continues. Just one continuous constant orgasm, and just before you pass out, those big black dicks squirt their loads of cum inside you. As you lay on your stomach, the cum is coming out of all of your holes. I'll turn you over and jack off all over you.
He's a poet, man. He's a poet.
That sounds like what I hear. That sounds like what you hear. Hentai sounds like.
Yeah, it doesn't sound real.
Sounds like what you hear. Hentai
This man is in his 70s writing this shit.
I love Vince McMahon, dog. I'm sorry. You guys are trying. I know you're trying to defame him, right? But he just sounds more lit the more you describe it.
You are out of your fucking mind.
He sounds like Hunter Biden. You know, like him and Hunter Biden probably would have the wildest parties
Oh my god,
ever.
yeah. Vince McMahon and Hunter Biden would throw a crazy party. Let's
put it this
way.
I would be 100% in agreement if this guy didn't make her do a bunch of shit that he pimped her out. He assaulted her. There is claims.
Yeah.
There's claims that
Allegedly.
she was saying no, and he was like, "No means yes." Well, it's a claim, right? Like no means yes.
Look,
pinned
when
her
I say
down
when I say
and had people take terms.
When I say allegedly, I'm all I'm doing is covering us. that's literally.
Right, well,
when we're talking about this interpersonally outside of the show, we're not saying alleged.
Of course,
You know?
but I say me saying a claim it's a claim. I'm not saying I'm saying someone has claimed. Right. Like it's just it's implied. But yeah, the rape and sexual assault, like if that wasn't a part of it, if it was just like, oh, this is a disgusting human being that likes this wild shit, to me, Vince McMahon would be the GOAT. He'd be the greatest of all time. Unfortunately, it's coupled with that shit because I wish these text messages were just that, like consensual, wild, disgusting sex. Because this is, I'm telling you, have y'all ever written anything close to this? Like, is sex?
No.
Have you guys sexted, right? You guys have sexted before,
I've sexted. I've sexted before.
right?
Yeah,
but
that's
like, it wasn't.
Crazy.
No.
It wasn't this.
That's
I had an
crazy.
ex-girlfriend that was not as wild as this, but she wrote essays essentially like Vince McMahon, which it is funny, and I think that's why I think this is extra funny because the way that he writes, it's the longest text messages I've ever seen. They're so long. That is not the longest one. That is actually a short one. And
It's ridiculous.
I've had an experience of romance novel type of text messages, and I'm like, yeah, that's hot. I'd fuck your pussy. You know what I mean? Like, I hated sexting. I despised sexting. I'm not. Because as soon as I start writing, I feel like immediately I turn into Fabio. You remember Fabio, guys? That fucking that guy, he was the sex symbol in the 90s, buff, long hair, and he's like, oh, and he had that I can't believe it's not butter commercial and shit, and all the women want to fuck him, but everybody would think he's a clown nowadays. They would look at him and be like, who the fuck is this guy? And that's how I feel when I'm writing. I feel like a fucking clown, like a romance novel clown.
Certain people,
that's my problem.
You can't.
That's my problem.
Yeah, my issue is like I'm too much of a grammar Nazi for it. Because if I like I've been sexting before and someone has written like they'll send something to me, and it'll be like even if it's just like one sentence, and there's a spelling error, and it bothers the hell out of me. Like it bothers me.
You're like trying to crank it, and you're just like.
Yeah, it's like I can't. You can't proofread this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't know. I've sexted and it's all cringe. Like it's immediately after you are done with that conversation, it is all cringe. Like nothing ages worse than a sexting conversation. Like it's immediate milk. The second it shows up.
I
don't sext anymore because I'm just like I don't
want
to see it again.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, you also live with the person. It would be quite frankly insane if you sexted. Like I mean, it would make.
I'd be upset.
It would either be insane or you'd be a cheater. Is what that would be.
I'm sexting my girlfriend right outside the door.
Yeah.
Right on.
I'd be very upset.
Is it hot in here for you guys? Is it hot in here for anybody, or is it just me?
No, I'm fine.
No, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you might need to adjust the temperature in your apartment or something like that.
Right,
like
cool,
maybe cut your AC on for a little bit.
I can barely see anything. It's really warm. And
You
bright.
feeling all right?
But
You sure? You good?
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah.
I want. I'm pretty sure Vince is fucked. I just want to say. I think this is kind of, even though this is all alleged, because he's beaten a lot of stuff before, but there hasn't been anything this extensive, and there's other people involved that are. It's looking like this might be the one that actually where Vince McMahon might stay away for good, because even like a year or so ago, he stepped down from the WWE, but then pulled a fast one. And since he was like majority shareholder, he inserted himself back into the mix. And so it's one of those things where I don't think he's actually going away. And people, you need to read the rest of these. It's the wildest shit I've ever seen.
Send me the link. Send a link so you can read them.
I'll send you. Yeah, I have one where the shit's all compiled. I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, and maybe I'll even put this imager.
Did he give ownership to Triple H?
No. Triple H is, I think, the COO. He's still not he's not the chairman. But there's a guy that is actually higher than, I think, him. I forget his name. He's just some standard white guy. You know how they look. They're fucking. It's just some guy. He came from the entertainment industry. Exactly. He knows what he's doing. Blah blah blah. I don't know who the fuck he is, but if he's still there and the other people that are still there, Johnny Laurinaitis or whatever the fuck, there's some people, them still being in the industry means that Vince McMahon still has his fingers in there. But I feel like this might be the thing that it'll be gone, and then wrestling will immediately get better in the WWE, because everything that is not surrounded by Vince McMahon is a good product. And every time Vince gets his hands on it, because Vince likes giant sweaty men. Like, he's not gay as far as I'm concerned, but as far as, like, for a while, and people probably don't even remember this that watch wrestling, this was way back in the day, like pretty much almost pre-Attitude Era or just during, where he was doing bodybuilding competitions. There was buff, sweaty, naked men posing like in between wrestling matches, and that shit failed horribly. But that's what he was really into. So it's one of those things that he would always bring the biggest, giantest, muscliest, greasiest people, and they sucked dick at wrestling. And it was just bad product if you were into that type of shit. And so yeah, I'm actually looking forward to him going down, because fuck him. But I feel like I'm gonna see what happens if I'm gonna send this text message. Oh, he's actually reading some of the shit,
dude. Whoa.
Yeah, he's pretty good,
man.
Can I ask you?
I'd be flattered if someone talked about me like that, I guess, but like also at the same time, like holy. The poor girl seems like a piece of meat.
I just passed my phone around to a bunch. Okay, go ahead.
So he shat on this woman?
Allegedly, he did. That's what she says, and in front of people. So he shat on like, because that, to me, that's the craziest thing, because obviously there's some people that are into like shit porn and stuff, but to also do it in front of your peers, it's like I could never.
Yeah, I
would
imagine.
have a hard time pissing on a girl in front of my homies, let alone shitting.
I would have a hard time pissing on a girl alone. I would have on my own. That'd be like, what the fuck?
Man, you SAWFT soft.
Can I ask you guys? Can you ask you guys an unrelated question?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask you guys an unrelated question? Did you see this video of Larry David attacking Elmo on the Today Show?
I gotta tell you, that was the GOAT shit. GOAT status. That was amazing.
Is that an old video?
No, this is yesterday. This happened yesterday. So
I gotta see this.
Larry David, I retweeted it, I think. It's on my Twitter, but like it's Larry David. I guess Elmo was on the Today Show because like Elmo had that viral tweet about where he went he was like, "Hey, just checking in. You know, how's everybody doing?" Do you remember that? Like a couple days ago, he had like that tweet where he's like, "Hey, just checking in. Elmo's just checking in," and everybody was like, "He's like, hey, how's everybody doing?" And everybody was like, "It's really bad out here, Elmo. It's really fucking scary. I can't, I can't afford rent. Groceries are skyrocketing. I have to work 3 jobs just to afford what a single person could afford on a part-time job in the fucking 40s. I'm having a rough time out here, Elmo." And then Elmo goes like, "Wow, it'll be okay." And so he went on the Today Show or some morning show with his dad. I guess Elmo has like a dad puppet now.
I for a while.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. But so he's on the Today Show with his dad, and it like they're just interviewing him, and then the camera cuts away to Al Roker, who's about to give the weather. I think it's Al Roker.
Probably.
I hope it is. Otherwise, I'm racist. And then it cuts, but then like it cuts to Al Roker for 2 seconds, and then it cuts back to Elmo, and Larry David is just suddenly there, mauling Elmo,
straight up assaulting,
like straight up. His mic is distorted and everything. He's like ah, like, and I can't get over it just because the speed at which he's not there. It cuts away. It cuts back. He's there. That means he sprinted towards Elmo. Like he had no time to walk and saunter over. Not only is it not a slap, it's not a punch. He claws.
He clawed him.
He claws his face and then walks away smiling. And then Elmo's like, "Elmo used to like you," or whatever. And then they made him apologize immediately afterwards.
Like consent. They were talking about like you shouldn't touch people. Like they went off, and I was just like, "This is authentic. This is real. This happened. This is Larry David. Like this is everything you could have hoped for happen."
Right.
Like other than him straight up taking his dick out and like fucking the puppet. Like that's the only thing that I would have liked better. But you can't you can't win them all.
It is one of the most surreal things I've ever seen because
I cannot believe how bad that got. I watched it. It got like things got out of hand so fast.
It's the fact that it's a claw that is killing me. Like
there's
the fact that
he grabs him at first, and there's one moment where he like hits at him. But then there's one moment where he like predator animal opens his hand and tries to swipe something away.
He fucking gives him a lariat, like a clothesline. Bam! Like
what I love about it too is that Elmo's father is just watching helplessly.
Like, he doesn't know what to do.
Shock his son's getting attacked.
He's never watched his son get attacked before. He's in shock.
No, but imagine it's so much funnier if you imagine like the Muppets as real people or like the puppets as real people, because like you have this father watching his toddler get attacked by Larry David. Imagine Larry David claws your son in the face on live television and you just have to watch helplessly. You're like, it's Larry David.
You probably do. If you attack Larry David, you're going to mega jail, probably.
Yeah, you're going to Guantanamo Bay for sure.
Ultra jail. What?
You're in G-Bay.
You know the cousins he probably got. You're done.
Yeah,
you're going under Guantanamo Bay. You're
going under Brooklyn.
He's gonna take you to one of those tunnels.
They're gonna teach you some shit. They're gonna teach you some shit. Hey man, maybe those conspiracy theorists are right though, because how did Larry David get there so quickly? Is he a shapeshifter? Is he whatever the fuck they say about Jews? Whatever crazy conspiracy theory.
He used
reptilians or something.
I think he just used whirlwind sprint. Oh hey, did your curtains arrive?
Cool down a little bit in here.
All right.
Oh, I hope it stays up. No, never mind. Never mind. Still, no, never mind.
All right. Yeah,
I don't even remember what I was gonna
the
say.
sun is so warm.
I can't even remember what I was gonna say. I had something. Whirlwind sprint. Matter. Fuck.
What is whirlwind sprint from? Is that from Skyrim?
Yeah, it's like the second shout you get.
Shredded cheese. And a bit
it's the one that the Greybeards teach you when you get to High Hrothgar. It's
those
that
old
one.
fucks. Those ancient Vince McMahon
Use
dudes in the robes.
I wanted to kill those motherfuckers so bad.
Yeah,
you can.
Too.
You can? I didn't kill him.
I probably went back and did it eventually. I don't know. Actually, I don't remember.
Actually, I
didn't lose my cool too often in that game. I kind of showed respect. I didn't really murder a lot of people.
Towards the end,
all of that.
I'm always resisting the urge to go back and play that game, dude.
Towards the end, dude, I'm playing survival mode right now, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
but like, yeah. Did I talk about this on this show or no?
We talked about it a little bit because somebody mentioned it in the credits, I think.
Yeah. It's like
you didn't explain you playing it though.
It's cool. It's I don't know. I'm playing Skyrim, but I'm also playing Suicide Squad. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
How are you liking it?
It's not good, but it's not nearly as. See, here's the thing. I couldn't recommend this game to anybody. I could not recommend Suicide Squad to anybody, but not because of the game. Like it actually, like I feel like I wish there was an other game that wasn't Suicide Squad that played almost exactly like this, because it does feel good to move around. It does feel good to shoot. The traversal-based combat is actually really good. It just doesn't make sense that it's the Suicide Squad doing it. I don't know why there's like a loot system in here. It doesn't fit with like the Arkhamverse at all. It's really dumb. But the biggest thing about it to me is like that makes me like want to tell everybody to avoid it like the plague is that it's an always online game that is ostensibly single player. Like there's no justifiable reason for it to be as always online as it is, to the point where I will be in the middle of a cutscene that I'll be enjoying actually. Like I'll be in the middle, like the first cutscene I was watching, and I was like, oh, this is actually I actually like this. Like it's actually like kind of decently written. It's well paced. I like this setup, and then disconnected from the servers, and then it cuts you out. It kicks you out of the cutscene. And so when you reconnect to the servers, it restarts the whole fucking cutscene again. And it's like, there's no reason for this. This is fucking insane. That's a 0 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned. But like playing the game is like fine. It's like I don't know, it's like a mid 6 to like low 7. You know? Like it's fine. It's entirely fine. But
I don't know, man. I can't get behind that team doing it, you know? Like, there's been some motherfuckers on the Suicide Squad that like, all right, yeah, they want to get rid of the league. They got Zod, they got Sinestro, you know, they got people that like, they got people that could really do it. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm fucking with this.
Yeah.
But not Dead Shark. King Shark is a threat. He's a threat. I give him that. Dead Shark, King Shark
is also the best. King Shark and Boomerang are the two that I'm.
Boomerang is the stupidest character by far. He's so stupid.
It makes him fun though. Makes him fun.
He is so stupid.
He's a shitty Australian. He's basically like Kano.
He's a Flash villain, and Flash has the least evil villains. Actually, they're like really not bad people.
They're
like
goofy.
Not that bad of people.
They're very goofy.
Yeah.
No, even goofy. They're not even like they're not evil guys. Like Flash can sit down and really talk to his ones and be like, yo, guys, y'all bugging, you know, like, come on, let's chill out. And they'll be like, yo, honestly, I just needed rent and I got a little out of hand. I'm sorry. And they'll eat a burger and they'll go.
I don't know.
Grodd has his, you know. Grodd would have been dope if he was.
Grodd is the only one that's like fucking not good. He does not like people.
Well, he's just like, you know, like, hey, me and my gorilla homies just trying to, you know, do our thing, and you guys suck. I mean,
we just trying to be free, bro, and it's like
oversimplification, but you know what I mean. I guess that's the whole point of it, though, right? It's supposed to be absurd that the Suicide Squad would take down the Justice League. Like, how in the fuck? It's kind of like the whole arc of it makes sense that Batman could take down the Justice League or have plans to take down the Justice League because he's Batman. And so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I get that, but you think about the Suicide Squad doing it, immediately your mind is how. And so I guess that's supposed to be intriguing, right? Like, how would they even pull this off? And so I guess that's why people would even want to delve into that. But unfortunately, like you even said, Chris, the fact that it's always online, it completely, the games that do that, like, say, I try to play 2K back in the day, you know, a few years ago, and it's one of those things where they'll turn off the fucking servers, and you can't even play the main story that has... Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I can't even play it anymore.
There's literally no justifiable reason why this... Like, there are games that, obviously, World of Warcraft Yeah.
Right.
It's an MMO, obviously.
Yeah, that should be an always online game. Destiny, where the whole point is that you wander around this free roam map and then, you run into other players. You're not running into other. It's not a persistent world. There's no. I don't know. I don't understand the justification for it. And that's like the biggest thing to me, where it's like this is. I can't. This is objectively like, you should not buy this because if the servers go off for whatever reason, the whole game's gone. Yeah. And you can't even play it offline. So like, no, this is a worthless game until there's like an offline mode. At that point, maybe it's like, again, like a 71 on Metacritic or something. You know what I mean? Like
I hope they
decent
do it.
Game. That's just kind of. Yeah, I mean, they would be wise to do that.
Yeah, but so why? So from what I've heard, why they do this for games like that in particular is to discourage hacking or not hacking or even just putting on trainers for you to get the best shit. They want you to, like, say, I'm assuming, I don't know if this is true, but since it is a looter shooter, you can probably buy packs or something to give you shit. I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah. So, I'll tell you something. Maybe that's true. I can't find that in the UI because the UI is such a fucking mess. It is so noisy. Like, I never want to press pause ever. I never want to open the character stat screen because it's so messy and disorganized and fucking loud. I don't know, man.
I guess I'm just assuming that would be the only reason, because when you think about it logically, I guess, even though it's still illogical no matter what, that you would want to discourage players like me that will just take it offline, who has it offline, and I will just, I'm not paying you if you're gonna pay gate a lot, the best shit, or I have to keep RNGing and grinding and all this stuff, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, I'm gonna just do what I gotta do with the trainer or something like that and have fun with the game, especially for a game that I don't care about that much, like Suicide Squad. That would be the perfect game for me to do shit like that in. And I wanted to bring something up though, because we're talking about Suicide Squad, because we this is piggybacking off of, we already talked about how overblown the controversy is and how people are kind of overreacting to some of the stuff, and I keep seeing more, and they're getting so, like, the posts that I'm seeing are getting so many likes and so many views, and I don't understand. It is hysteria. Like, so I saw there's these bios, right? There's one, it shows Lex Luthor has a file on Wonder Woman, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But there's this one file that apparently Deadshot has, and it's his, like, synopsis of who Jon Stewart is. And one line, it says, like, I guess you can call him the, what'd you call it, one of the good ones, like in quotations. And so, which is, has racist undertones to it, obviously. And some people thought Lex Luthor was saying it, like, what the fuck? But then people found out that Deadshot said it. And then I was seeing people being so upset. They're like, how could you put that in there? Or, the disrespect at Jon Stewart. And I was just like, if it's Deadshot, it makes perfect sense that he would say that, though. That here's a guy that doesn't play by the rules and sees this other black man that's basically quote unquote pimp for the government, and he's this all-American guy, and he's like, yeah, he's one of the good ones, essentially calling him like a coon, right? Which happens all the time in real life. I have been called that shit for even just being adjacent or liking metal and rock music. It doesn't bother me, but I'm just, it's
because you are, Derek. That's why. It's different because you are.
Thank you so much.
I don't know. Like, I'm not,
because you are, Derek. Don't forget the truth of the matter, all right?
Fair enough, brother.
I mean, the reason truthfully, like, I was gonna skip this game entirely. Like, I really had no interest in it, but like the vitriol around it, like, made me so curious, because like the thing, I can't think of many things I dislike more than people like sharing an opinion on something that they have no experience with.
Right.
People who are like, oh, that movie sucked. And it's like, oh, did you see it? No.
That is my life as a nerd. That has been my whole existence as a nerd my whole life. That is my whole life as a nerd, hearing people talk shit about characters that I've loved for years, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Superman is so fucking stupid. He can do whatever he wants. It's like Superman often doesn't fight people where he can just punch them to death. It's like, yeah, but he could do all this stuff. I'm like, you don't even fucking know what you don't even know what you're talking about, and they're just spewing out shit, bro.
Yeah, but that's a
been my
general.
life.
But that's
My
but that's
whole
a
life,
general.
dude.
But that's a general character opinion about a character that's been adapted a million times. Like you could conceivably have somebody who's seen like every Superman movie but read no comics and feel like and be like, oh, I don't really like Superman. I think he's a little boring, and that's still a valid opinion because it's not necessarily
that's a very invalid
it's
opinion.
not. Well, it's not talking about
him.
No, because it's not talking about every Superman. It's just Superman as they understand it, and they have experience with it. It's different than like talking about a singular piece of media that like
I agree, Chris,
exists
right. I
and
agree,
can be
Chris, but what
objectively
happens is
measured.
that the movies themselves are just adaptations of who that character is.
No, I understand.
So that's
I understand what you're
silly.
saying, but do you understand that there's a difference between saying, yeah, I don't like rock music versus I don't like this album?
I
You
understand
know what I mean?
that.
Like
Yeah,
you don't have
that's-
to hear every single rock song to be like, I don't like rock music, and for that to be a valid opinion. It might be like not as informed an opinion because you haven't listened to enough of it to maybe form that opinion with a lot of like heft behind it. But it's different than saying, oh, this album sucks. Oh, did you listen to it? No. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Where it's like,
I get where he's coming from.
I think what he's saying is valid. Like I know what you're saying.
Gauges of stupid, you know.
Yeah, they're both lazy, right? But I think it's significantly more embarrassing to be like, look, I've listened to enough. I'm sure there's a polka song out there that slaps, but I'm not gonna find. You know what? I don't like polka. I'm not gonna find it. That's
a tough one. That's a tough one.
That's like new country, bro. People are like, I hate country music, and I'm like,
I feel like that's one of the
right country.
That's the one right there that I think universally that country is diverse enough to where there are some bangers. Polka is I was like, you know what, dude? I kind of want to take that challenge on. I want to see if I can find a fucking polka song.
The most famous polka
good.
song to me, I kind of like it because it's kind of hip.
You like
Is it just a Weird Al song?
You like that Nazi song? I hate that
song.
Benny
so
Hill
much. No, he's talking
You
about
hate
that
that
chicken
song?
song. He's talking about that chicken dance.
The rubber chicken song.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Clap, 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 clap.
That's the Benny Hill theme.
No. The Benny Hill is.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. No,
So
you're right.
this one is the. It's funny that now that I did that, now my brain can't go back to the other one.
Yeah. They sound like weirdly similar, even though they don't.
No. There we go. Basically, if you ever been to a fucking Mexican party, here in SoCal,
I never heard of that Mexican song.
I've definitely heard that. It's not a Mexican song, but I've heard it a lot at Mexican get-togethers.
Yeah, they
very
just
strange.
it always plays for whatever fucking reason. It's always one of those things.
I don't think I've ever heard that at a Mexican place before. I know you like. I'm not gonna say.
There's a party. There's a dude that has this
that.
fucking thing, and he's cooking some fucking meats and then making tacos and shit. The taco guy comes, and then for whatever reason they got to do that and the clapping and
I'm
shit.
gonna have a taquero at my wedding, bro. I'm gonna have a taquero at my wedding, probably.
I mean, why not?
That's some real shit, bro.
Me, I would fucking just give out
like, why don't we just have tacos?
hot dogs. I would just give out hot dogs. You know those S-bar ones that are like fucking probably like 30 cents a dog, whatever.
Yeah. I would give out donuts.
Donuts.
Oh my god, the circles, only the middle parts of the donut, the little middle parts of the donut that they pop out.
No, those are munchkins or donut holes. Like donuts are just small donuts. You never had an Entenmann's donut?
Like a donut.
I've never called them donuts. I know what you mean, but like, yeah.
Well, that's what they're called. Like the little white powdered donuts that Entenmann's makes.
That's so fucking shitty for your wedding dinner. Or your wedding dinner, giving out donuts.
That's my wedding dinner.
Those are fire though, man. I like them. They're pretty good.
But yeah,
though.
no, like I wanted. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to know what because it's a game that look, this is an important game as far as like the conversation goes. I have to cover it for work, and also like if I'm going to criticize it, I want to know exactly what it is that I'm criticizing. I don't like a lot of these criticisms that are coming from like, oh, look at this cutscene that I saw completely removed from the context of the game, and therefore like it sucks. And it's like it might, but like I don't know if you can really judge a game like that. Like if it would be like trying, man. It would be like trying to be like, oh man, I watched all of BioShock and I didn't get it. It's like, of course you didn't. because you can't get BioShock unless you play it. And I'm not saying Suicide Squad is BioShock, not even fucking close. But I think it still warrants where it's like, dude, if you're gonna critique something, you should have at least played it. Like, would you read a review of like a movie from somebody that watched the trailer and like read about it?
You know what's unfortunate?
That'd be a useless review.
You know what's unfortunate? There are so many lazy ass creators out there that do shit like that, and I feel like that's where people are getting their fucking opinions from.
There's no legit criticism.
Before the show started, I was asking, I came to the conclusion, just my own, just asking the question that this almost felt worse than The Last of Us Part 2 as far as the hysteria, but then I kind of retracted that. Like, I don't think it's at that level, but
no,
it's. I will say, some of the criticisms I've seen, I think, are more ridiculous than some of the criticisms, just because of some, like, when that bio thing that I mentioned, like, oh, here's the file, seeing that go viral, and I just couldn't believe that people were genuinely upset about this, and also just implying that, oh, it was just a weird. I've never, like, say, okay, I don't know, man. I can't even explain it. Like, I remember, I'm not trying to throw shade at Mudahar, but I remember one time H3H3 was accused of something. I don't remember what the fuck it was. But Mudahar made a video and went hard in the paint on him, and then Ethan was like, huh?
I remember the video he made. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember the video. He went hard in the paint like he normally does. He goes hard in the paint. But then Ethan was like, yo, I never said this or whatever. That's not even true. Like, he made an entire video off of something that didn't happen. And I feel like that's what's happening right now, where there's just like the hate boner where it's like, this is the thing. It's been a while since us gamers were able to really vent our frustrations on something. And I'm just seeing it so misplaced where I'm like, what? This is so weird.
I guess
I'm not seeing any of that, dog. I think it's because of the fact that I'm a comic book person. So all of us are like they don't care already. We're already like, yo, fuck Suicide Squad. This is already stupid.
Well, the thing is,
we're not seeing any of it.
The thing that I don't like is that people are like in my replies being like, they're angry that I'm even checking it out for myself. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, first of all, this is it's my job to do this. And second of all, it's like, why would you be mad that I'm trying to get a deeper understanding of this thing? Like, you're not going to play it, and you probably shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's a $70 fucking game. I have the luxury of being able to like take one for the team and actually like figure this thing out and see like what it is that's wrong with this,
right? As
a part of my job. And so like, what's so wrong? I just don't get what the problem is with me actually what's like me actually wanting to know, like, okay, a lot of people are saying this is bad. Let me see for my own eyes, like, what exactly is bad, and I want to know if there's like a good game in here that got lost along the way. Like, where does it go wrong? Like, what specifically is bad about it? Are there things that are good about it that don't belong in this kind of design structure? Like, I don't know. I'm curious about that. Whenever a game like this comes out and it's like super divisive, I'm always like, I have to know what the fuck is going on with this. It's like I was totally gonna skip this thing. I didn't give a shit. I was totally happy playing Skyrim again.
I agree.
And like dedicating all my time to that. But I was like, I have to know. And
I already tweeted out.
Okay.
Yeah. I tweeted out days ago saying, y'all should just work on your backlog. Because we all, if you play games at all, even a little bit, everybody has a fucking backlog.
I don't have a backlog anymore.
Shut the fuck up. What do you mean?
No, I don't. I don't have a backlog anymore.
Yeah, then that means you just don't play anything. What the fuck are you talking about?
Anymore. I think I've played all the games I've been trying to catch up on, actually.
You beat every single game?
And you beat them all.
All of them, yeah.
I don't believe that.
The last game I have to beat is, I would say,
open up your fucking Steam library right now.
Dead serious. I even showed it to you guys.
It's fucking. I don't
what do you have? 20 Every game I give a fuck about playing,
do you have like 20 games in your library or something? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
I don't have a huge amount. I'm not like, because I don't buy games for no reason. Like, I don't see a summer sale and buy games. I don't do that. Well, I just buy games I know I'm gonna want to play. But I'll show you guys. I even stream my right now.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. It'll be complicated.
I mean, all you have to do is press the share button. But
I just. How many games are in your Steam library?
So 1, 2. Look at me. Okay, there's 64 in here, right? Of the 64 in here, I have beat. I would say I'll give an honest 1, 2, 3, 4,
All right, well, don't count them out loud. Like,
5.
just figure it out.
Listeners be like, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
My shit is ridiculous. The amount of
I would
games
say
I've
I've beat out of 64 that I care about playing. I've beat maybe 50 of them.
That you care about
you
playing.
gotta-
So there are
so you
games that you
gotta
own
buy-
that you don't care about, but you have.
Yeah, like I have anime hentai games on here that people fucking gifted me, and I have fucking like stupid ass shit that I played when I was younger that I'm not gonna fucking finish now.
Did you
Like,
did
I'm
you
not
beat
gonna play
did you beat Enter the Gungeon? It says you have Enter the Gungeon.
I beat Enter the Gungeon a while ago.
Really? There's no. It says you have no achievements.
I beat Enter the Gungeon a while ago. I might not have played on this console. I might have played it on the Switch.
Okay, so that's how you get around it.
Okay, not on Steam. Do you have? Are you interested in playing Dragon's Dogma 2? Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2.
I don't know if I'm gonna get the first one because the first one looks kind of janky. I'm gonna get 2 though. I'm gonna get 2 for sure.
It's definitely going to be extremely superior, but it's a fucking good game, man. I mean, now to be fair, I haven't played it probably since 2013, so to be
right,
fair,
so
I had a fantastic time playing it, and I do have it on Steam. I have it on Steam, so I'm gonna play it again this month, just have a feel for it again.
I was gonna
The
buy
only
it.
thing I didn't like is that you couldn't fuck anyone. You couldn't fuck anyone. Like it's the one thing that I'm like, come on, guys. You had
Kingston,
every trope is in there except for romance, and that pissed me off. I'm like, come on, Capcom.
Kingston, why do you have all these hentai games?
I only have 4. And
That's
I
four
did not buy them. They were gifted
It's 4 more
to
than
me.
I have, brother. It's
Hentai-
4 more than I have.
If I bought them and I really owned them for myself, I would just say I got them. Like I'm not ashamed.
No, I know.
I'm
It's
not
just so
a shameful
it's just
person.
who would give that?
I was gifted so many, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
I got like Fibbage and shit. I got like fucking Gary's mod on here. I got fucking
Gary's mod, yeah.
Yeah.
Hotline Miami, which I beat so long ago.
Where'd you beat Hotline
I have
Miami?
meat boxing.
Where'd you beat Hotline Miami?
Miami on PC a long time ago.
It says you have no achievements on it on PC.
Back in New York a long time ago, like
It says you don't. It
Did
says
you
you
have
don't
a
have
different
achievements
account
on it.
then?
Not on this account, no. Not on this.
You had a
PC.
different account?
This is starting to
I
get
beat
silly.
I beat Hotline Miami a long.
Yeah, I'm a
long,
little
long
skeptical
You
time
had
now.
a different Steam account. Why would you ever have a different Steam account?
Because I had different emails over my life, and then when you get locked out of email, you're like fuck, well, whatever. Because I started this Steam account when I got this PC. Because I didn't have a means of using my other Steam account.
What?
Because I had an old computer back in my house in New
PC like a
York.
couple years ago?
Yeah, this Steam account is pretty new. Because this is Kingston Jameson. My other Steam account was like,
wow.
Dragon Ace something like a long time ago. Like a long while ago. So I
now
didn't have a PC that could really play games until I got this one.
How many games did you buy on that old account?
Yeah,
Not
now
many.
I'm curious about that
Like
one.
maybe I don't know, maybe like Lego Indiana Jones or some shit, and like maybe like 3 other games. Because my PC was so bad. It was a house computer that was not meant to play video games at all.
I guess. I guess
So you
for
play
me,
Hotline,
I just
it
think
was a
like if
fucking
I've ever,
simple game.
I guess for me, I think like if I've ever spent money on an account, like I would get that account back. You know.
It was not worth it.
Because like I've had my Steam account since 2009,
This is a
2008.
relatively new one. This one is like maybe like 2017, 2016.
All right, yeah, whatever. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I have
really
a
don't
lot
have
of
that many,
games.
like,
I have a
game
lot of
which I'm-
games.
I'm
I have a lot
trying
of
to
games that I
finish,
play for a little
Midnight
bit.
Suns.
Midnight Suns.
I'm trying to finish Midnight Suns, and I think that's really it.
I have a lot of games that
And maybe
like,
no, Midnight Suns and that other game. I'm
So you
Sea of
lie.
Stars. There you go. That's it.
Sea of Stars I have to finish. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of
Sea of
games
Stars
that
I'm pretty
like I
far in it.
play a little bit. Usually like I don't know. Like I'll play a game. It's like this interests me, and then I'll play it for a little bit, and then I'll be like, this doesn't have legs, and then I'll like put it down either forever or until I like feel like it's been enough time for me to like, all right, let me go back to it. That happened with Red Dead Redemption 1. Like I still don't think I finished Red Dead Redemption 1. I just think I know how it ends, so like that's kind of deflated my desire to finish it. But I remember I played it the first time. I played for like 5 hours, and I was like, I'm not feeling this. And the second time I played it for like 15.
I couldn't put that game down. I could not put that game down.
Yeah.
I didn't care about it. I don't know.
I was like, this game is amazing.
I have way too many games on here, man,
I didn't really like Rockstar.
But,
I don't buy games like that, honestly. Like I buy new games, but I don't really buy a lot of games. Like, I don't see games coming. Like if I go to SEMA, I see a summer sale, I'm like, I look through the games, I'm like, oh, I don't want any of this. I'm not gonna play it, and then that's it.
Yeah. See, for me, I look at it like there are games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, because I look at it as like these are games that I look at a game sometimes and I'm like, that's a game I should have. You know what I mean? Like that's a game that I should own. Like I look at like the Metro series.
Not anymore.
I look at like the Metro games. And I'm like, I should own those because at some point I'm gonna have. I should play those.
I bought them. They're all $1 a little while ago.
Yeah, they were super
literally
cheap,
$1.
and it's like, yeah. At a certain point, it's like
cool,
highway robbery.
I played one on PS3.
Yeah,
I played I think a Last Light on PS3.
Dude, that was the thing at the State of Play. They had that VR Metro, and everybody was like, "Oh man, a new Metro game," but it's like, "Oh, it's VR," and I'm like, I get that. Like, I get why that's disappointing, but at the same time, like, that's like a perfect. Like, I can't think of a better like.
It's a pretty cool world to be in.
Like VR and Metro work really, really well together. I think because like it's the whole like. The putting the mask on and like the whole like checking your watch and cleaning it, like it's just like that's perfect VR. And then they had that other one where you were some guy was like grabbing a skeleton by the fucking throat and punching it in the head a million times. I was like, this is sick. This is sick. Whatever this is, I love this.
Like right now, I'm looking at Steam. Right, there's nothing I want on here, and I'm like looking through it. And I'm like, there's
oh
nothing
yeah,
dude,
no, I have everything that I want.
Yeah?
I think, but
I don't give.
I've held off on a lot of things because I just know that I'm not going to get it. But then when it becomes under $5, I grab it. Like I haven't played. I have Division 2. I never played I have Battlefield 1 that I was like, oh, I want to play Battlefield. I never played it. I just completely skipped it.
That was good. Battlefield 1 was good.
I'm sure it was, man. And it's just like I want to. This is what happens actually with a lot of these games. The file is so large that I don't even want to wait like the 20 or whatever minutes to install it. I'm just like, fuck it. I just want to play what I have installed already. I know I easily could just install it the night before or anything like that, but I'm an idiot.
No,
so.
I know what you mean. Dude, that's the same thing that's happening to me right now. Like they just came out with like the file size for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 or whatever, and it's 145 gigs.
Yes.
That's all?
That's all? That's large, dude. What do you mean that's all?
Ridiculous.
What the fuck do you mean?
You know how big Destiny is, dude?
Kingston, Destiny's been going on for 10 years.
All the expansions. With all the expansions.
Destiny's such a big game. It's
but that's just expansions that you're adding on.
What you call is another huge game too.
A game would never come out that big. Imagine like that's not the same.
No, well, COD. COD's that big.
Call of Duty. But Call of Duty has the same problem. It's ridiculous. They don't compress anything. They don't compress their audio. That's their problem. Is that they just have like these like uncompressed audio files, and so like, oh yeah, new Call of Duty is going to be 120 gigs. It's like, why? You can't justify
I
that.
don't want to. I don't want to download
now I'm trying to find
that.
means of using my Steam Deck, right? So I'm trying to get games that are good on the Steam Deck that I've never played before.
Look at that. Far Cry 5, never touched it.
There's like they said. So I'm hearing right now that like Hogwarts Legacy is good on the Steam Deck.
Hogwarts. I didn't buy that game.
Steam Deck. I can imagine it'd be good. Elden Ring is good. I don't believe that. I can't believe that Elden Ring is going to be good on a Steam Deck.
It is actually pretty good.
My brain was not letting me believe that.
Isn't that like it is like actually less than 30 gigs or something?
Yeah,
it's like 40
not that
gigs
big at all.
Like it's like pretty small.
I might play. The thing is, I might play RE4, but I play RE4 so much on PS5.
You know what still trips me out? Sekiro is like 15 gigs.
I know.
It's a really small game.
It like bothers me how small it is. Or I'm like, wait, really?
It's so good.
Feels plentiful when I played it.
It does.
It's actually a short game too when you think about it. Sekiro is really short.
Yeah,
it's deceptive. I don't know. It's just deceptive. I felt fine, but when I look at it, I was like, how the fuck is this 15 gigs? Dude, Dragon's Dogma, for example, is 20 gigs. The game's ancient.
Sekiro is like, I have that installed on my console, and I will never get rid of it because it's just so like affordable for the hard drive. You know what I mean? Right. It's just like, oh, well, there'd be like, I wouldn't even gain much of anything by deleting Sekiro, and it's nice to have it.
It's not worth it.
Right,
but no, like there's nothing.
Oh my god,
like,
I never beat.
Yeah, there ain't nothing.
Never beat the Phantom Pain. I forgot to beat the Phantom Pain.
Street Fighter 6. I heard it's pretty good on Steam Deck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
I
totally forgot.
I don't know what the hell were we talking about. Did we have something else to talk about before we got into this tangent? I feel like there was something else, but I don't really remember.
Not nothing. I think we
whatever.
we covered all that shit. I did want to ask you guys about on air, if that's even the right terminology. Is the next gay cover? It's been a while. It's been quite a while since we've done anything gay. I want to get your guys' thoughts. My JoJo was watching Aladdin the other day, and I was like, I don't know. I felt like the whole new world could. There's really some magic can be worked in there because of how like it's just a very. I just want to ask you guys about it, or if you had any thoughts in your heads about anything. I don't know. I was thinking of something simple. To me, it was such a simple song with barely any lyrics in it. I was like, oh, this would be pretty easy. So it was just something that I wanted to bring up and maybe cook, and then we deliver on the next episode.
I thought about. I did think about recently.
What'd you think?
I have a lyric already from that.
If we took "Wake Me Up," "Wake Me Up," what was that song? Evanescence, "Wake Me Up."
Is that
"Wake Me Up Inside"?
Wait, what's
what
that
the fuck
called?
is that song? Why am I? It's not called that.
I thought it was called that.
It's not called "Wake Me Up." There's no way. Save me from the something. Become.
What the fuck is it? Why is this? Are we collectively forgetting?
Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look. We have to use our brain powers and discover it. We have to get it from our. No, don't look it up.
Looking it up right now because he's just
I'm not going to tell you guys. I don't care enough.
He's a fucking loser. He's a fucking loser. Doesn't like to participate.
Okay, let's see if you guys figure it out.
That song is called.
It's not called it's not. It's. I don't think they say the name in the song.
Wake me up.
Yeah, they do.
Bring me to life. Bring me to life.
There it is. That's what
Bring me to life.
Yeah, bring me to life.
Bring me to life. I've been living a lie. There's nothing inside.
I feel like that would be a fun one.
That would be a suck my cock or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I want fuck my butt. I want fuck butt.
I want to fuck butt.
I like
fuck me.
Fuck
yeah, there
my
you go.
butt.
Come on me until I cannot
I like the
breathe.
idea of it just being chopped. Like it's not even grammatically correct, and where he's like fuck my butt, and then I want fuck butt.
Yeah.
Fuck my butt. Fuck my ass inside. I want fuck butt.
my butt.
Spank
Fuck
me.
my butt. Fuck my
There's something there. I think. Like I feel like there's something in Bring Me to Life.
Sperm my brain, and we can. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's do.
Fill me with this cum. It's too good.
Yeah. We'll do wake. Yeah, Bring Me to Life. I was just about to say Wake Me Up. Yeah, Bring Me to Life would be fun. That's that's okay. Yeah, we can do that. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of that fucking. There's a lot of words in that bridge that I feel like it's
it'd be fun. It would be fun to figure out, though. I mean, dude, if you figured out Ben Shapiro's rap in a very limited amount of time, I'm sure the three of us can figure out that Bring Me to Life bridge.
Yeah, that's true. It's like. I mean, to be fair, it's when I'm in the zone, I could just like I'm not like if I'm in the zone, I could knock something out really fast. But if I'm just fucking around with my friends, it's a different where. You can't just ignore everything on the outside and just fucking focus on what I mean. So, but yeah, we'll fucking do it. We'll do it. That's the next one.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to some questions then from our patrons over at patreon.com/thesnarktank. Remember, you can support us over there at patreon.com/thesnarktank. $5 gets you your questions right on the show, or it gives you the opportunity. Like some of you, here's the thing: some of you write in questions. This is the most highly voted question on the February question thread. It's from Young Jedi 772. He says, "Men's butt. Discuss." That's it.
I know who that. I know who Young Jedi is too. I know who that person is.
What do you mean you know who that person is?
We gotta get the people.
I know who Young Jedi is. Proper. I know him. He used to be on my Discord. He's a fucking goon. He's a kid too. He's actually a kid. He's young as fuck. He's like no older than 15, I'm sure.
No,
whoa, Kingston, you know children?
Kids in your fucking Discord. This nigga's having kids in his Discord. I wouldn't even.
Oh, great! Now we have to. Now we gotta cancel Kingston.
This is the way we live in now, though. This is where we live in now. I gotta be wary, unfortunately.
Nigga, who the fuck? Who? No. Look it. Let's be 100 with this. Your fucking friends. Hey, let's all go to the movies. All right, cool, fucking 13-year-old. Let's go. That's not my cousin or brother or somebody in my family. It's just it's different.
No, dude. If you go on Discord, right? If you regularly go on Discord, right, and you open up a link, right, you're like, oh, here's my Discord, right, as a content creator, right, like a creator, right, and you go there, and there are people there that are at a certain age, right. I didn't invite them there.
I hate that argument.
They gathered there.
So
you're
not responsible for your Discord. No, you're not. You are ignoring.
You are.
You're like fucking. You're like Pro Jared. That's like, right. Hey, I said 18 plus, as if everyone's gonna fucking listen. Like it's like, yeah, you gotta. Well, either you know what I'm saying. It's one of those things.
But you have no control who comes in there still. You have no control who comes in.
So here's my. I'm gonna look at. I'm just gonna say, I'm not even telling people to do this, but just from my opinion, I've seen way too many weird things happen in Discord. So I nuked mine. I just, this is just me personally. I'm not even telling people to do this.
I don't even go on mine at all.
It was just, I saw too many things that I was like, luckily in the Snark Tank Discord, I think people do a really good job with curating, like, as far as like, I went into, there was a not safe for work section the last time I looked in there. And like, it was just stupid bullshit hentai, of course, but I was like, all right, cool. We're fine. It wasn't like anything insane or whatever, so I was like, all right, fair enough.
Shout out to Maximal Redacted for that as well.
So it's like one of those things where, but if I saw anything like too crazy, I'd be like, dude, we gotta have to shut it down because unfortunately people, stupid people can't be trusted. Things up for everybody
The thing
else.
is, like, people can't be trusted. Yeah, people can't be trusted in groups because there's always some stupid guy who's gonna ruin everything. Like, realistically, if you drive a car. You speed. You're not supposed to.
Of course.
There's signs that tell you not to. There's a lot of, there's a potential threat of consequences if you get caught doing it. But people do it anyway. Everyone with a car, unless they're like 65 or traumatized. You know what I mean? Like if you're an old person, you're driving slow. If you've been in a car crash, you're probably never going to speed again. But most people, you're going to be like, 65 really means 77. Like, realistically. Like, come on. What's the big difference? And that's kind of what happens. Where it's like, yeah, you have a Discord and you know how, most people know how they should act. But someone's always going to push things a little bit too much.
There's that one nigga that's going fucking 105 in a 65, and you're like, God damn it.
Dude, that's the thing that's what pisses me off too. It's never, what pisses me off about those people? The people who like drive like, oh yeah, I'm going to go 112. They're not the people who get pulled over. They're not the people who get pulled over for speeding. You know who gets pulled over for speeding? The guy who goes 10 to 11 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah.
Because they're slow enough for the police to catch.
Exactly. The cop don't want to deal with that other dude.
No, but I can get this guy. The guy that's fucking trying to break fucking transcend, trying to Marty McFly into the past, never gets caught.
It makes me so mad because it makes me feel like the cops would respect me if I just broke the law more than I am. You know what I mean? Like if I just committed to the crime that I'm committing, then maybe I would be left alone.
Yeah,
infuriates me.
No, 100%.
Anyway, that's our
100%.
That's our discussion.
Harder, dude.
That's our discussion on man's butt. Yeah,
love them, and shout out to the young shout out young boy. I don't give a fuck.
Shout out Young Jedi.
Also shout out what's his name? Shout out Maximal Redacted for dealing with our Discord. I know we're telling him sometimes.
We gotta get in there. We have to set aside. I'm gonna this week I'm gonna pop in there because I feel like I just have to at this point. Yeah, we've been ignoring that Discord for so fucking long.
It has been a long time.
I've at least jumped in a few times.
It's been a long time. Every once in a while I'll post something. But it's been a long time since I've done any like voice chat or anything like that. I say we'll figure something out, right? As far as you can get in this week, we'll talk about it behind the scenes and make it more, we'll interact with it.
Even just for like a little bit,
that is not going for that much money. No way.
Yeah.
Kingston's online shopping during the show.
Yeah.
No, so I went to Bandai Card Fest, right, for the Digimon Nationals, and I got a One Piece card that's worth like $400. I didn't buy it; it was just given to me.
Cool.
And I'm thinking about selling it.
Sell it and buy curtains.
Might as well. Nah, dude, the sun does wonders on my skin. Dude.
Kingston, can you admit to me? Can you just admit to me that you lied about the curtains?
No, I swear I got curtains. I swear.
Are you getting them delivered by camel?
No, that's not what he's...
Like, who the fuck is delivering? Like, I feel like Alibaba and the Thieves Guild is delivering your fucking...
over the weekend.
What?
Watch, I'm going to get on you and be like, okay, wow, he has his curtains. I'm like, yes, I know. I ordered them and they got here.
Dude, I think you ordered them 2 weeks ago.
It's not been 2 weeks.
I think
it's been literally...
It's been several episodes.
The last time... It's been literally the last time we recorded last week. I ordered them.
That doesn't sound right, but okay.
I need a time snook. I feel like it's been way longer.
It's been Kingston. Okay. You ordered those. Back. You said you ordered those. You said you ordered those curtains in
last week.
2011. You said you ordered these curtains, and it has been. It has been
2011, my junior year of high school. I ordered that. I'm gonna order curtains right now, guys.
All right, let's move on. Let's get some
everything but what I'm doing right now.
Nigga, I would have. It was to the point where I seriously considered sending you curtains 1 day shipping on Amazon just to have.
I don't want
in
stupid
place
Amazon curtains.
Yeah, see, here's your fucking
These
problem.
Are nice curtains.
Here's your problem. No, look, I'm gonna call you out right now. This is your job, bitch.
I understand.
You can just have any
I'm
type
still
of...
very visible. I'm still very audible.
So when we moved into... No. So here's the thing. You're trying to keep your eyes out of the sun, which keeps you further away from the fucking mic. And it's like... Bruh, the amount of times we told you to get closer to the fucking mic is absurd.
Derek,
I'm calling you out live, sir. This is your job.
Derek.
And then it's like, hey, could you get some curtains, please? And you're like, yeah. And then fucking weeks later, I'm not even talking about the ordering thing because we've been talking about this shit for weeks. You could have just gotten some shitty curtains in the meantime while you got some good ones.
Derek,
you could have done that courtesy to us.
Allow me to explain one thing to you. What? If you think I'm trying to keep the sun out of my eyes for my eyes' sake, that is crazy. My eyes are so damaged. I'm looking at the sun right now.
You are now.
And I feel fine.
You are now.
My eyes feel
Do I need to send you screenshots of the shade being directly just before you, like your eyes? Like that is literally where you normally are stationary.
Right here, right now. This is the state of rest from my chair.
Look, I will send you screenshot. Dude, I edit the podcast. You're sitting normally right before your eyes get in the sun. It is strategic.
Derek, this is the state of rest from my chair regularly. Naturally, if I'm sitting in my chair, this is the state of rest.
I have to send you screenshots. I'll send you screenshots.
If I'm right here, it changes nothing.
Right,
I just don't sit like this.
You know what it changes? You sound amazing on the mic.
Yeah,
you sound great on the mic.
I'm just sitting right here. That's it. My eyes don't feel any different.
What about this solution?
Yeah, I've thought about that too. Because sometimes when I sit back,
why not just sit back in the shade so it doesn't get in your eyes, but the mic is still in front of you?
I want to get an arm. I should have gotten an arm, but they're fucking...
Oh, you don't have an arm? I thought you had an arm.
I had.
What's your mic on right now?
I got rid of it because of a stand.
Wait, why'd you get rid of the? Why'd you get rid of the?
Oh my god!
I had an arm before, but it was like if for some reason the one I had was not strong enough to support the weight of the fucking mic proper.
Was it? Did I give you one?
The one you gave me from before is already infused with a wire that's already in it, and it's in this weird way where I'm like, why is it already a wire in it? And I tried to take it out, and it just wasn't coming out. So I have that one in my closet right now.
Oh, huh.
But I have to get an arm. All the arms I find are so fucking cheap. I'm like, I guess I'll just get a stand.
No,
Well,
get
the
an
arm is important for this reason. Like for this reason exactly.
$20.
It's because
$20
naturally
one on
like
Amazon that works.
well naturally
one.
when you're recording, it's just you're naturally going to want to shift a little bit. If you're sitting in one place for a long time, you're going to want to like move around and shift. And so the arm is just like useful for that. I seriously was just under the impression that you had an arm this whole time.
That actually makes a lot more sense because I thought you had an arm too. I thought you had an arm too, and I'm just like, why is this nigga not bringing the mic closer to him? But like, I get it.
All right.
It's stationary. It has to stay. It has to stay. But yeah, no, man. Whatever. I don't even know if this one has a brand, but this one works pretty great. It's because this mic's pretty fucking heavy. So
it is a heavy
you
mic,
definitely want a better one.
You definitely want a heavy mic.
But I mean, dude, I hate Jeff Bezos, obviously, but Amazon is fucking legit. Like
I hate Jeff Bezos, obviously.
I hate him so much. Where he could triple people's salary under Amazon, and he'd still have billions.
He doesn't own Amazon anymore. You know that, right?
It doesn't. That's not the point of what I'm talking. Just the amount of money that he amassed through Amazon. He would still be well off forever, even if he quadrupled people's. Now? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I know he sold it though.
He sold Amazon. I didn't know that actually.
He's probably just. There's probably just somebody else that is fucking running it. I don't think he sold it. That'd be fucking asinine. I don't think he sold it. He's probably
Jeff
just not
Bezos remains the largest shareholder of Amazon, although his ownership has decreased to less than 10%. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, he owns the single largest share, but he doesn't have the most vast majority of it.
If you're saying that if it's 10%, then everybody else is under 10%.
Yeah, but there's probably several people, but it's just him under.
It must be a lot of people if he's still the highest one at 10%.
Whatever.
That I was thinking it was probably going to be like 30 or something.
Yeah, Amazon. Look, Amazon's great.
99%.
Amazon's great. It is ruining the world, but it's
everything.
I don't know, it's not like
fucking convenient.
Yeah, it's objectively too convenient. It's kind of like the internet. I think the internet's actually worse, but although I guess they go hand in hand in some way.
I think the internet is a wonderful creation. I just think that it's
a tool that can be abused.
You need to have a certain level of intelligence to use it. I think that needs to be a thing actually.
Like a license.
You have to take like internet license tests. Like actually,
I don't think so. I don't think I don't think anyone is smart enough to really handle it. I don't. I think people think they are, and I think people. Nah. I disagree. So do I.
What do you mean? Like, what do you?
I don't think some people need to use it for like intellectual purposes.
Yeah. Okay. But is there something wrong with the way that, like, say, you're operating the internet, Chris?
I think so inherently. Yeah. I just think it's a tool that we're not. Part of it, I feel like, is just like I don't think it's a tool that we were, and I don't say this holistically or like spiritually. I just mean like I don't know if there's a better word in the English language to describe this, but I don't think it's a tool that we were ever meant to have. Like I don't think we can. I don't think we are.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I just don't think we. I don't think we have the brain chemistry that is required to be responsible with the amount of power that we wield with this thing. I don't think it's kind of like how if you leave wheels. If you leave, you know how if you have a mouse and you have it in a cage, it runs on the wheel, and you think they do that to pass the time. If you put those wheels out in the woods, they do that. It's not because they're stuck in a cage and they need something to do. They choose to do it just because it's something that for some reason they like running on wheels. Like biologically speaking, they just like to do it, and they will do it.
It's like the dog and the stick.
Yeah, but they will waste a fuck ton of time, and they will often die because they're wasting so much time not looking for food and not actually develop. It's actually kind of insane, how many mice are just fucking stupider because of that. But I do think it's one of those things where it's I don't know if we have the responsibility inherent in us to wield something that connects all of us all the time
with the internet. What do you think you should be doing? What do you think you should be doing differently?
I don't know if there's anything that I should be doing differently. I just don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything to do differently because the way that it exists can only be used in the way that we're using it. I think I limit my time with it.
With that.
What do you mean?
No, I was just saying I don't think there's anything wrong. Like I feel like if you're not doing nefarious shit, I don't see anything wrong with the internet. It's like it is a way to connect people and to do and to make life extremely convenient. And then there's the others that are making, the guy that quote tweeted you, like that type of person.
Yeah, well,
who just existed. He just exists to annoy people.
I guess
that type of shit.
The way that I look at it is kind of like how I look at the atomic bomb, where like, okay, cool, like we did something kind of crazy. That's kind of a big can of worms, though. At the same time,
like this nuclear energy is crazy. Undoing?
I do think so.
Like, do you think?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think for sure. I think I'm even seeing it. I feel like people are getting stupider. I feel like people are getting more illiterate. I feel like I really do feel that way. Like, sincerely, and I think it's because of this.
I agree. I think internet has decreased a significant amount of problem solving, and I think people that have only ever had to use the internet have always had it. It's definitely affected their brain in a way that's, I wouldn't say good, but I think the internet is used for so many, like, because if you know how to use it, like when you're in school and using the internet, it's just a fucking tool to help you understand things better.
Right. No, but like
people
it's not
go on the internet and they make informative things, and you go and you learn. It's like proper, like not like propaganda, like Shapiro saying his takes, like proper like news, information, fucking like study, academic reading. Like I've done so much academic reading on the internet only because I have the internet. I would not be able to go to a library and find that kind of academic reading, you know?
I view it like any tool, right? Where it's like a gun or the atomic bomb or something, where it's like there's a responsible way to use it, but at the same time, the fact that it exists in the volume that it exists in itself kind of creates a massive problem.
I definitely think that internet it could be dangerous. 100%, it could be dangerous. A lot of people don't understand the degree.
I want to hear what Derek was going to say though. Yeah,
no, it's definitely dangerous, but. The gun and the bomb are meant for one thing and one thing only. Like, they are tools to harm things. Well, like a gun is used for no other reason, and a bomb is used for no other reason than to hurt things, to destroy.
I would argue a gun has more utility than a bomb, but yeah, like I think like a bomb is because you don't protect yourself with a bomb. Rip through. You don't protect yourself with a. You know what I mean?
If you're protecting yourself, your thought process is to harm somebody, right? It's still doing that thing. It's still doing the thing. It only exists to harm people. And
I understand.
It's one of the things where it's not like a neutral tool, is what I'm saying. I guess not like a hammer is actually used to do things, but then you can also use it for nefarious reasons. Where that would be a better analogy, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. So, I think. I don't know. I just think I don't like when you see there's like signs at zoos even. Like I think I brought this up at on the show before, where like they don't want you if you see gorillas at the zoo, you're not allowed, or certain zoos, you're not allowed to show them your phone. Like you can't show the gorillas your phone because they get fucking enamored by it and it fucks with them. And the fact that a phone can fuck with an ape is crazy, because an ape has no understanding of what it's even seeing, and it's still compelled by it. That's fucking crazy. So, I don't know. That's like a concerning thing that weirds me out a little bit. But
look, I
don't know. I feel like
they're so close to us that it makes sense.
I feel like it fucks with. Here's what I think it does. I think it fucks with people's brain chemistry. I think like the dopamine rush of like constant, like I can find everything instantly and at any point, no matter where I am, and regardless of like my limitations, I can find the exact thing I'm looking for at all times. I never have to really search for anything. Really, everything's kind of handed to me. I get dopamine rushes from every notification I get. It's like, ooh, I got a like, ooh, I got a comment, ooh, I got a this, oh, I got a that, oh, I got all of these. I'm aware of so much. I do think that there's like a degree of like, it's almost like the philosophy is like, let's say we all got of our person, let's say every single person on the planet Earth got their personal information stolen, right? And thrown into a pile. It kind of becomes, it kind of gets to the point where it's as if no one really got their information stolen in the first place, because there's so much information to sift through and it's such a fucking mess that being able to single you out would be about as impossible as it would be if somebody was just trying to steal from you directly. And I feel like it's a similar situation with that. Where it's like there's so much shit being beamed at us to the point where like I don't think our brains are meant for that, or to wade through all of that, or to like even be stimulated.
We're definitely not. I mean, and not so capacity. Quickly. Just like no, you're definitely right about things like that, where it you know, the social studies that are done with humans of their capacity for caring, for remembering people and all that stuff is completely false when it comes to the internet, right? Where some people will say, "Oh, I have hundreds of friends," and I'm like, "No, you fucking don't." You know, like no, that's not how it works, right? You have people online that are just collecting, and you'll see a handful of their reactions or whatever, and you'll interact with a handful of them. But like, I understand what you mean, but at the same time, I just want people, I don't know, man. I just want people that are using it for nefarious reasons to just get the shit beaten out of them. That's all. I just feel like it would really solve a lot of stuff. If that dude, and I'm just going back because it's fresh in my mind, the Suicide Squad guy that was like trying to take a shot at you or whatever for daring to play the Suicide Squad game. Like if someone just came to his house and just beat the fuck out of him, he would stop. Like he would just stop.
No. I think it should be different than that. I think it's different. I think people that spread misinformation intentionally, truly insidiously, should be killed.
All right, don't say that.
Or not killed, but should be punished.
Tried and possibly capital punishment. Dude, I actually look. I'm gonna be 100% real about. And you agree with this, Chris? I know you agree with this. The people in. So there was a Matt Walsh, fucking Matt Walsh, I hate him so much. I saw a post of him, just being a fucking piece of shit as he always is. And it was one of those things where like, these people are running defense for like just this crony fucking bullshit capitalism that just fucks over, the working class. And these people, in my opinion, they should be tried and fucking probably quartered. Like, because they are objectively ruining society. They are brainwashing people to vote against their interest, and then shit's not getting better. It's only getting worse. And I feel like those people, they should be, I feel like in my benevolent, we were talking about that as a extra ammo, the benevolent
that's our extra ammo. That's our extra ammo, our dictatorship.
That might be a good one. That might be a good one for this one, actually.
Because that is, God damn, that we'll is some shit right there.
But yeah,
here's the thing. Extreme, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I understand what you're saying about like people using it nefariously, and I do think that is a problem. But I also I feel like it's also built nefariously, or it at the very least it's maintained nefariously. Algorithmically,
the fact that things used in it.
Right, like the way that it hooks your attention, I believe, is inherently nefarious. Like, cause there are times where dude, sometimes I scroll through TikTok and I'm like, it's been 3 hours. What the fuck? I don't even like TikTok that much, but it just sucks me in. I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. I hate this. It's scary.
It is a problem for people. You're right. It is a problem for people. I'm beyond. I don't have that. I'm lucky. I don't have that problem. I have and I think it's more of a chronological timeline thing. Since TikTok doesn't work in that way, I don't like to use it as much. Right. I like seeing what's happening in the moment, and then I've had my fill after like a few scrolls. But like the algorithms put it in a way that they want to show you things that they know you're interested in on the top. Instagram has this thing that I really fucking hate. Algorithmically, it knows what you're looking for. It'll flash it on the screen and then bury it, so you need to scroll to find it again. It pisses me off so much because I know what they're doing. I'm completely aware of it. And there's just every fucking year they do these meetings with the Senate, and they have like the major players of like Mark Zuckerberg and that new guy. Well, the guy that owns YouTube didn't show up. But the people that own TikTok, that Singaporean guy and all that shit, or the president or whatever.
You target off that poor man, that poor guy.
Oh yeah, they're always just fucking with him and saying he's Chinese, dude. He's like, I'm Singaporean. He's like,
I'm from Singapore. I'm from Singapore.
I'm a Singaporean citizen. Do you have any relation with the communist?
Dude, it's so sad.
Guys,
that poor fella, dude.
I want him to just be like, you guys are fucking racist. Fuck you. Like,
they're being legitimately racist to him. Like, actually, that is straight up racism.
It's fucked up that I laugh because I see it and I'm laughing. I'm laughing.
It's funny, the situation, not that he's going through that, but it's a funny situation.
Right. But yeah, like, you
how
see,
often you gotta tell somebody you're not Chinese before they get it.
But I just want, like, in closing, those people should be, like you said, the algorithms and the thing, it's built in nefarious ways. Those people are responsible. They are overseeing these companies that are allowing the shit to happen. They know they could fix it and make it not about clicking and having heated discussions and propping up the worst clips that you go and comment on it and all that kind of stuff. They know this. They could fix it. They don't. So similar thing. I don't know if they should be quartered, but at least imprisoned. I would for sure put them in prison.
There's a moral obligation there, I think, that is objectively, like, I don't know.
They're making society worse.
But that's kind of why I feel like, but that's what I'm saying. But that's why I want to clarify that, like, I don't feel like the internet is strictly a neutral tool anymore. I think it's a nefarious tool that can be used in positive ways. More so now. Like, I think it used to be 2010. That's neutral internet as far as you could get. Like, there's really not a lot.
I still think it's neutral. I think it's neutral. I think
you are,
the tool itself is
Kingston,
neutral.
You are insane if you think it's neutral today. Like, straight up, it is fundamentally insane to think that.
Think of it like this: the internet as its own, right? If the programs put into it, the powers that be that created have made the nature of it more insidious. But I think the internet, the interface of what it is, in the most simplest forms, is neutral.
I don't believe that
is neutral.
I fundamentally don't believe that. I think at its core, it is built on the back of an algorithm that is directly intended to hook your attention, which means it's not neutral.
But is that always exactly evil if your intentions are not things that fall into those more insidious natures? Like if your intention is to just straight up learn. Like, I want to learn more about human biology. I want to learn more about.
You're talking about an independent user's. You're talking about an independent user's intention, not the intention of the people, like, manufacturing the experience of what being online is.
But what happens is the internet gives you what you want to look at. It gives you what you want to look up constantly. That's the point of those algorithms. So if you're looking up things that, like, for instance, one of my branches for TikTok is STEM. And every now and then, mistakenly, I end up on the STEM branch, and I'm learning shit the whole time. And I'm like, all right, this is weird. These last 15 TikToks have been about, mathematics and medicine. This is fucking weird. And I'm like, this is the STEM branch of it. If I'm looking for STEM, I'll be given STEM. So I think inherently it depends on what you're absorbing. I think what you choose to absorb is the most important thing. It'll still be fucking around. You'll still say, like, I don't know, like, you'll still say, like, black sneakers.
But that is inherently
black sneaker ads on your thing.
But even that is inherently that's a profit motive, though. Like, that's inherently, like, they want you to stay on there so you can view as many ads as possible. They can sell you TikTok shop things in between all the things.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't think it used to be a lot more neutral because you didn't really have that everywhere. You still had, like, banner ads and stuff, but there were places where there weren't fucking any ads at all. There was barely an algorithm at all on YouTube and any other social media site. It was all forums dedicated. And those forums, by the way, were places that if you were interested in those things, you would go. You would seek those things out. It's not like Twitter now, which is like an open forum where everybody is just a mess. And like if I was just on a video game forum, you know what I mean? That would be it. The conversation would be about video games. It wouldn't be some fucking freak talking about, like, I don't know, Obama molesting a child in the Alps. Showing up to comment on my Suicide Squad take, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Facts.
It's a complicated. We could have probably a whole episode about this, really, but I think, I don't know. I just think
let's move on because
I
just have a sneaking suspicion that the listeners are having brain aneurysms right now.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like, some of them that are, like, they have knowledge on this topic and they're probably just, like, fucking, like, losing their shit. Like, these niggas have no idea what they're talking about.
We are spreading misinformation at large. So please
not
feel free to correct
intentionally,
us.
though. So don't put us away.
Yeah, I mean, you can put us away.
Put me
away. Put me away. Give me free healthcare. Whatever.
Oh yeah, I like that. Fair enough.
Put me in a
3
beam and
hots
set
and a
on
cot,
fire,
baby.
bro.
Yeah, man. I get to shit. I get to shit in a toilet while making direct eye contact with a person across a cell from me. Hell yeah, dude.
That's what keeps me out of fucking prison, dude.
Yeah, really.
I mean, yeah. Other than the fact of doing insidious acts, yeah, having to share a shitter with somebody.
Honest, I'm gonna be real. Like, that's actually the worst thing to me. The fact that, like, not only do I have to shit with somebody in the room, and then I gotta smell that shit afterwards, just chilling right next to my bed. Like, what the fuck? That's so fucked up.
That's so fucking crazy. Vince McMahon would love it.
He's like, I can't wait.
Seaman M retires after coming out as gay on James Franco's talk show. Wrote in, he says, "Howdy, folks. I'm dropping to the $5 tier because Mama needs a gym membership. No problem, no worries. If you had to give any props to any dictator or malicious nation, etc., who and what would it be? Bonus / alternative question: what is my hardest bar?" Oh, Eminem. I'm not gonna go hardest bar.
Oh, so
for
he's
Eminem.
answering as Eminem.
Yeah.
Is that
is
a
Eminem.
question? I mean, a question is a question.
I mean, the whole entire Stan response is the best Eminem lyrics of all time. But
Yeah.
It's fun.
Let's but what is he says, if you had to give any props to a dictator or a malicious nation, who and what would it be?
Well, I mean,
pretty
it's a
obvious
very
for me.
it's a very
The answer's pretty obvious, in my opinion.
Pretty obvious for me, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not obvious. What are you talking about?
I think it's
For
obvious.
me, it's obvious.
Yeah, for me it's obvious too.
Oh, you're saying it's? I thought for you saying it's obvious for yourself that is completely redundant. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
What are you saying?
So I give major props to the United States. I think they've done a fucking phenomenal job destabilizing the entire planet and reaping the rewards and making a ton of money and still having a derelict population of homeless people ready to donate to our Patreon as a last vestige of hope. I think that's wonderful.
Is that where we're going?
I'm gonna go with the Nazis, man. Man.
This is
the medical research was fantastic. That's the only thing I give them props for. The medical research, and research in medical, man, it's impressive.
Oh my god,
there were so many breakthroughs, bro. I hate
I like
to agree with them
when
for
they
that.
I like when they sewed those kids together.
No,
and
I'm
then
not talking about that. I'm talking about the use of steroids and hormones and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the use of applicable medicines.
Kingston, you
topical
don't like
steroids and stuff like
you
that.
don't like-
Not sewing twins together for magical purposes. No, I'm not talking about that.
You don't like that?
No, I'm not. I think that's horrible.
Guys, I'm just gonna I'm running defense from him and say that he's just making jokes. I'm just say he's making jokes. All right, that's all that's
made
happening.
a lot.
He's not actually falling for propaganda. He's just making jokes. All right, that's all I'm
It's
saying.
not propaganda. It's literally in science books. It's not. It's literally in science books. The books I was reading when I was becoming a nurse, they was in there. It's unfortunate because they sucked and they harmed people for no reason, and they were bigoted to a group of people that did nothing wrong.
So Germans, they had the Autobahn and stuff like that. There were some really major breakthroughs in technology and science and medicine, and yeah, the Autobots.
Wait, what'd you say?
No, so we don't connect that to Nazism, but the Germans around that time period. And when people talk about medical things that went down under Nazis, and people, unfortunately, they conflate stuff that happened with things that went down in the concentration camps. And the things that went down in the concentration camps is not where they made those fucking breakthroughs. And that's where people keep getting this shit twisted.
They were heavily tested there, Derek. Like, literally, topical steroids were invented literally in those camps. It's fucked up. 125% fucked up that those people were used and unfortunately tested on for those things. But it happened there.
It's just like running defense for, like, when the problem with this language is...
I'm not praising the people that were doing... Look, I understand what the language sounds like, right? What I'm doing is expressing that the Nazi Party was a terrible group of people that killed many people, and they're monstrous. I'm giving praise to an invention that happened under them, not the mentality that they used. That's it.
Like Digimon.
I don't know how else I can explain it anymore. At this moment now, if you choose to take my words and bend them, I don't care. I'm out. I'm out of the room.
Hey, man, you do what you gotta do, man.
That's like saying I really appreciate America for I don't know, the creation of the internet. And like Americans had slaves, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm not praising that. That was fucked up. And they're like, nah, slaves. Like, nah, at that moment, we leave the room. You say what you had to say, get out of there.
You know, the slaves invented the internet.
That's crazy. It was the black who made the internet. Could you imagine that?
The underground railroad was actually just the first. That was the first fiber optics. Like they were laying cable.
The first computer was created in Tulsa, right before they burnt it down, and no one talks about that ever.
All right, so Kingston's a Nazi, so let's move on.
The myth of the Nazi steroid has persisted over the past 4 decades in the absence of any reliable evidence to support it. That's because you're a Nazi, Sweeney. That's just what I want to kind of like bring to you. That like you say you read it, but I know you've heard this shit, because when you actually research this stuff, people debunk this over and fucking over again. And so like when I say that this isn't you running defense, I mean this genuinely. Like what you heard is not true. It is white supremacist talking points, literally. It is the same thing when you hear, oh, the slaves learned good trades. It wasn't all bad. It's literally the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. And it's like, yo, that type of fucking language needs to disappear.
I think what it is, it's like people have a hard time. It's difficult to imagine a scenario where a group of people had no... It's difficult for most people to imagine a scenario where people had no regard for human rights and also didn't somehow selfishly benefit from it. It's kind of like how, like, you remember when they built that hospital in China during COVID in like 4 days? Because they just I'm not even fucking kidding. Like they built that hospital
insanely fast.
It was like less than a week. It was less than a week. It was like less than a week, I think.
Insane.
And I looked at that. I was like, that's the efficiency of not having to care about the human life or morality. That's what that gets you, really. Because like who fucking at that point in that government, if you're like dropping dead from exhaustion, it's like, all right, well, throw him in a bucket. Get somebody else to replace him. Like, they don't have to care about, like, unions and, like, health standards and all that stuff. That's why they're able to do that so quickly. And I think that is the mindset that people apply to the Nazis in that way, where it's like, well, they had no regard for human life, so they could have, like, how couldn't they have used that to, like, a scientific benefit, in the sense of, like, we test things on rats and stuff, and like, mice. They were testing on people. Like, how could they have not extrapolated some valuable information out of that? It feels impossible just because the nature of...
Which I think is insane. I think it's insane that people can't choose to be tested on. I think that's so wild.
But
I think also at the same time, at the same time, people's mental states matter a lot. When they choose to do things.
But hold on, Derek. Does that make sense? What I just said?
No, it does. No, for everything horrible that happened, there's always some type of something needs. I know. I totally 100%. That actually makes a lot of sense. I remember one of the first times I encountered that in anecdotally was when my friend's brother, we were talking about 9/11 conspiracy theories. We were talking about like things that, and not wacky shit, because there's wacky shit. And then there's things that clearly just that go against Occam's razor. And we were talking about those things. And and then having his little brother kind of like getting a little freaked out when he couldn't like cope with the thought, the things that were like, wait, like, surely there has to be trying to find the rational explanation in something that would make him feel better about his country that he's living in. And he couldn't find it, and he was kind of like freaking out a little bit, where he felt like let down, and he was trying to do it. And somebody else, 9/11 Commission report, they've done that with with that book and shit. But it's like,
I love 9/11
seeing
Commission
the
reports.
breakdown of that when you kind of like, huh? What you say? What do you say?
I said,
I didn't hear what you said.
Don't worry, there's nothing.
God damn it. But whatever. It was just fascinating to see like how somebody can kind of want the thing to make them feel more comfort in something horrible that happened. And it's like, well, the world's kind of fucked up, guys. You got to know that rich people don't care about us, and killing a lot of people to make a lot of money is fucking business as usual. Like it's not even conspiratorial to say that. It's just that happens. It's just they ignoring the EPA, right? The Environmental Protection Agency, and dumping shit and killing a bunch of people and environments and stuff, and then they profit. And then they'll pay like a small fine, but they made billions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not a conspiracy theory. That just happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even, but people have a hard time continuing with that. So they got to make shit up or whatever, figure out some type of justification for this.
I think we should start sewing people together again, honestly. Not
some people.
Not ideologically speaking, not like because somebody is like a race or anything. I just think it'd be funny if there was just a guy that went around sewing people together. And and he was like, you know how like New York City has the naked cowboy, and stuff like that?
Yes.
Where,
the rat guy?
Yeah, the rat guy, or Spider Cuz. I feel like it would be cool if, not even anywhere specific, like it could be Los Angeles, it could be, fucking Ohio, like I don't care where, but like it would be cool if there was just like that's the guy in the city that sews people together. Yeah, like that's
I like
sewing.
that.
We need to start putting people down, man.
I want to put.
Yeah,
I do. I so agree. Like you have no idea how much I agree with that shit. Which is like there are people that are just doing. Yeah, did you hear? Okay, we got to move on after this. Nancy Pelosi was all like, "Hey, yo, if you're saying anything about a ceasefire, you're with Putin. You're running. You agree with Putin. You're a." And I was like, I'm done with this. I'm done. Catapult, dude. Catapult her. Like at this point, just
Nancy Pelosi.
Can we
sucks.
do that? Can we just
we can't.
And then just catapult people?
No trebuchets for people, unfortunately.
No but why not?
I don't know.
We
man.
need to all unify and pray to some sort of dark lord to empower one person to deal with people like that.
Yeah, we need
we gotta choose Tim from Philadelphia, and we all gotta strap him down and pray over him until he transforms into something that can deal with people like him.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you don't do right by us, Tim will show up at nighttime and get you.
Wouldn't it be crazy if religious, like religion exists purely because, like, let's say for example, the power of prayer works, but it was a lot stronger back in like the biblical times when there were fewer people. Almost like, do you remember this conversation that we had, like where the theory of like we share we share an intellect pool, and like the more of us there are, the lower our collective bar for intelligence gets. Like the idea of like we all share the same potential for intellect. So if there's like 8 billion, 10 billion, 12 billion people, we can only be so smart because there's too many people hogging up the bandwidth.
You just get radically stupider as time goes by.
Yeah, so
but that would make no sense. Because why were cavemen not as intelligent as us?
Because they were smart enough not to seek that knowledge. They were smart enough to just be content with fucking eating bugs out of the ground.
Stupid. So at that point, there's no point then. At that point, there's no point then. It's just stupidity.
They were smart enough to realize, hey, I'm not depressed. I'm just always afraid of real things that are scary. As opposed to like now where people are depressed and scared of like, I don't know which is worse, honestly, either. Like, but I think I don't know. It'd be funny to me if the power of prayer worked that way, where it's like one person praying in like the year 500 meant a lot because that was a sizable percentage of like the population in comparison to now. But
well, think of it like this. Right? If prayer mattered. Okay.
Let's move on.
The Middle East, there's a lot of people over there praying. There's a lot of people over there praying really hard. Really, really, really hard.
Yeah, but they all think they're praying for the same thing, but they're not. Like, they don't actually communicate about what it is that, like, because what is it that they say?
There's not a group where like, hey, let's pray for food today.
No, not even.
Okay, we're gonna pray for food today. They actually get food.
It's usually something like, I'll pray for you. Like, let's all pray for him. And it's like, what does that fucking mean? What are you praying for me? Like, some of you could be praying that, like, I get healthy. Some of you could be praying that I'm financially okay. Some of you might be praying for, like, oh, maybe his family life gets better or something. Like, I pray for him, like, oh, I hope he meets somebody soon. You pray for you is so unfocused. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you're praying for.
Imagine if somebody needed about 8,000 prayers to come back to life. And everybody's so we're going to all pray for Johnny to come back to life, right? And there's like 4 people that don't. Like, nah, fuck Johnny.
Nah, fuck that.
fuck that guy.
I'm
not
pray
resurrecting that motherfucker. He sucks.
I'm gonna pray for fucking an Entenmann's donut.
I'm gonna pray for 65 more. I'm gonna pray for an inch longer weenie.
I'm gonna pray for more RAM. I don't know. It's all stupid.
Yeah. Of course it is. Of course.
Anyway, let's get the fuck on. Let's move on. Let's get some of these questions.
Goddamn.
Let's get some of these questions out of the way. We got to get to these.
Go.
Becca wrote in. Greetings, 3 wise men. This question was inspired by your infamous extra ammo. I don't know which one that is because I feel like we've had a couple infamous extra ammos. But she continues, if you could force the Daily Wire to produce a movie or documentary, what would it be? Oh, okay, so it's about our Gears of War.
I would love a Daily Wire's written Bad Boys movie.
Oh my god. It would
a movie or documentary.
It would just be 5 minutes because they would like, you know, even though they're fucking a part of the, they're a part of the fucking police force, they would somehow get arrested and executed or something. Just like it would somehow they would end up in jail and it wouldn't work out for them. And then the white police captain would be like, you know, cleaning up our streets, and then it ends.
Or a Daily Wire's Roots.
I want
God.
I want the Daily Wire to do like a Caillou, like a Caillou kind of show where like it's about like an American little boy learning about how he should probably steer clear of black people and how how he should always cross the street.
Probably already a thing.
Yeah, maybe honestly, like for all I know, that might be a real thing. I don't know.
It's probably one of their movies already. I think I would want to see their take on I want them to make a religious scandal on all of the child rape. I want to see how they would handle. Just
Catholic
like
Church?
all of the religious institutions, like the Boy Scouts that have over 80,000 cases.
Hey, those are alleged.
Worldwide.
Those are alleged. Don't badmouth the Boy Scouts.
They're cases. They're not alleged cases. They're cases. They're not alleged.
Their cases are not alleged. They're real cases.
They taught me.
Those are real cases.
They taught me how to tie a knot.
Allegations.
You leave them alone. They taught me how to tie a knot. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I bet they did.
They taught me how to tie a cock in my mouth with my tongue.
If you can tie my penis, in a knot while it's with your tongue while it's in your mouth, you win a free. You get to go home.
Yeah, you get a free not dick right now, but you'll get it tomorrow anyway when you come back.
Yeah.
Because you're still.
Dude, I wanted to be a Boy Scout so bad.
That shit always looked gay as fuck to me, bro.
I was in.
Like, I was cool.
I was in the
That shit
Cub
always
Scouts
looked gay
for
to
like
me.
3 months, I think, and then
How's your ass?
it's fine. Like there was no like. It's New York.
I think you fucked too hard.
It's a little bit of rubbing.
It's like the fakest.
Nothing.
It was like the fakest religion. Like going to Catholic school in New York is so funny because it's like it was the least. It was unironically more free than the public school. Like we just had run of that school. We could do whatever. Like I could tell people just didn't. I could tell like outside of the fact that like we had to wear uniforms. You know, we had like the fucking polo. Like I had like a yellowish polo and like slacks that I had to wear every single day.
I had the uniform
but beyond
in 6th
that,
grade too.
But beyond that, like we could do like people would bring their GameCubes to school and we would like just like school would end and then the second the bell would ring, we would like start hooking it up in the math room. And it was like the teachers had no fucking autonomy at all. Like they were just happy. I think they were just happy not to be dealing with a school of like 500 people because I think it was only like 70 kids in that school, which is crazy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a world of a difference. But yeah, man, I want to see how the Daily Wire would handle that shit because I want to see how they would try. How are they gonna? Because you know they avoid this at all cost. They literally never talk about it, and they'll try to blame like a drag queen for reading a fucking book in the library. And there are literally militias shutting down libraries and terrorizing them. One of my friends in Ireland.
Dude, there was that guy. Dude, there was that guy. I mean, he's not a pedophile, but like there was that guy who fucking cut his dad's head off. You know?
Yeah, like those.
Bro, I saw that, and I was like, huh?
His dad's an FBI agent, and because of that, these people. This propaganda is working so well that there's the unhinged people that are acting out. There's a guy that struck at Nancy Pelosi's husband with a hammer because he believes in all of this child stuff and everything and blah, blah, blah. And it's all this nefarious, crazy shit. Like, that's why I say, going back to that, like, these people do need to be drawn and quartered because they're literally getting people killed. Literally. And so I want to see how the Daily Wire, though. I want to see it. I think it would be a fantastic documentary because it's a complete oxymoron. How do you make something that you completely ignore, right? Like you completely ignore all this shit's happening. Children are getting molested and assaulted and disappeared every fucking week, and they never mention it. Even though they care about the kids, it's the number one priority. So how do they make this documentary? And now they have to reconcile with this thing that they've avoided for forever. I think that would be like the greatest shit. Like, how would they even go about it?
I don't know.
So there's these people, rogue agents that, I don't know, they do a couple of weird things and...
I don't know, man.
Roots
directed by Ben
stuff.
Shapiro sounds lit.
Yeah.
Roots directed by Ben Shapiro sounds insane.
He can rap the theme
That's
song.
Crazy. Oh my God. Yeah,
It's Roots.
Let's forget about this thing about Alex Haley and his family and them. Well,
so this is a story
Your
all
name
about
is
how
Toby.
the blacks are. This is a story all about how the blacks are still a problem now, and I'd like to take a minute to sit right there, and here we are in Roots.
And how would you get the blacks out? How'd you get all the damn blacks out of here?
Your name is Toby, boy. And he's like, yes, I am Toby. I will obey forever.
And he's
That's just
dancing.
basically.
He's doing like
I
African
love
dances
the
and everything.
idea. An idea of the Fresh Prince by Ben Shapiro that's not bad,
Dude.
That's
The Daily
pretty
Wire's
good.
Fresh Prince. That is amazing.
That would be so different. Like Carlton would just be like the cooniest.
Oh yeah,
It would be way more. He would be like he would always have the makeup on. He would always have the fucking blackface makeup.
He would whiten himself. He would he would do minuscule bleachings every episode. What do you need, Dad? I'm doing my bleaching.
What are you doing, Dad? I'm busy. Leave me alone, Dad. I'm busy downloading Kenny Chesney songs. Full Metal
Carlton's
Sween
a
wrote
good
in.
character. I loved him. He was my
He's
favorite
great.
character. I think he was such a great character.
That whole show's great. Like I think I love everybody on that show. Actually, like
It's
genuinely,
the best. It's amazing.
Yeah. Full Metal Sween wrote in. He says, "When will the cock rate Patreon tier exist?"
Cock rate? Like,
Yeah,
you
so
want us to rate your penis? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. They want us. I mean, look.
If there's really a market out there for it, let us hear it. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be at least $100. It's gonna be at least $100
Yeah,
per.
minimum. Minimum.
I'm not looking at pipe for no reason, dog.
I tell you what. When my Only Thighs drops this summer, it's gonna be called. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be called yet. But anyway, definitely you can send me money and I will rate your penis. But here's the thing: if it's not erected, don't come with no bullshit. Don't even fucking play with me.
Honestly,
Don't
unless you got a pipe on you. If you got a creature
Okay,
on
if you have one of those and you have a hard time erecting it because it needs too much blood, okay, fair enough.
I love the idea of someone trying to take a video of their hard dick and they pass out and they send you that whole thing.
You ever see that video? You ever see that video of the guy? Have you ever seen that video of the cartoon? It's like a cartoon. It's like scare. It's like animated in like a frighteningly really jarring way. But he's like, "Iron deficiency gang, stand up!" Oh, and he he falls down. He crashes down the stairs. It is the most violent. It is one of the most violent things I've ever seen, but it's pretty good. Anyway, the reality is we're not going to do this, and the reason why we're not going to do this is for a very simple reason. It's not even that. Like, I'm not even opposed to this idea in a perfect world, right? It's like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I'll take your money to compliment or insult your penis. Like, I could give less of a fuck. The issue is, this is the internet. It's a highly unregulated space. I can't verify if you're a fucking minor. So, no.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, no. The answer to this question is unequivocally no.
It would have to be on OnlyFans, where I think you have to... Do you have to verify your age to be on OnlyFans? I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't know. I know I have an account. I don't know if I had to...
I'm sure you have to be a creator, because you have to do your bank account or something, but being a user, fuck. Well, I'll look it up later. Who cares? Only thighs coming in the summer. We'll circle back to this.
Yeah, we'll
so get your guys, work on your penises. You guys need to start jelking and stuff. You guys need to start really getting.
I've been joking since I was 5, bro. Since I was 5, dude.
The Nightman wrote in. The Nightman says, "Howdy, partners. Would you rather have?"
Over the wrist, dude.
Would you rather? The Nightman says, "Would you rather have?"
It's crazy.
Super convincing AI deepfakes, like 90% realistic, of you guys earnestly admitting to shit so horrible that there's no recovering from it, or record and release a video or a series of videos of you guys taking turns spit roasting each other. I mean, I'll take whatever the AI. What, I don't care. It's AI. If it's 90% believable, then that means it's 10%. There's a 10% layer of doubt there. So, like, I don't mind that.
I don't want to do... I guess I'm not spit roasting anybody. What the fuck is wrong with...
Yeah, I don't want to literally spit roast my friends.
Questions.
I don't want to spit roast my friends. So the obvious answer is, I'll deal... Like, I'd just be like, dude, it's AI. Like, and everybody would know it. And the people who don't are people who would, like... Who wouldn't care anyway. So, like, that's kind of... I don't know.
Is the idea that the people that don't know you is the majority of people, and they believe it, and it ruins your career because it ruins your life essentially because of that? I guess that's supposed to be the scenario, to make it not so easy to weasel out of.
Right. So if it ruins my life.
She didn't say what. Did he say us specifically, or did he say your friends? He said, how was it phrased?
Would you guys record and release a video or a series of videos of you guys taking turns spit roasting each other?
So us.
Us.
Oh yeah, okay. I would definitely have to go with the AI thing. I'll take the risk, because I mean, realistically, I don't really give a fuck if my reputation's tarnished. That doesn't really do anything. Like, not really. Like, the only, like, I guess the only thing I'd be really upset with if there was like, everyone believed I was on Epstein's Black Book or something. Then I'd be kind of like, what the?
As long as I'm not hunted, as long as I'm not being hunted, I don't care what people think about me.
Yeah,
genuinely.
See, you would be hunted in that scenario. That's the only thing I'd probably be having a problem with. That if
they would hunt you,
if people thought like
I'm on Epstein's flight list in like 1992, and I'm like, I wasn't born yet. This is false. I was born in 94.
I was 4 years old. I don't think he wants to hang out with babies. He's like,
I think he did, but not for the right reason.
Yeah, he was hanging out with little girls, but he doesn't want to hang out with a male baby. Be like, hey, yo, baby, you want to get in on this? You want
next baby, and you're just fucking shit yourself. Where's my mom? Where's my mom at?
Shut the fuck up, baby. We're gonna have some fun.
Gives you a line of cocaine and watches a baby suffer fucking yoinked up.
To give a baby a cocaine is fucking nuts.
That is fucking crazy.
I thought about this, right? Imagine selling fentanyl. Like, imagine giving kids, because people did this, right? Trick-or-treating has decreased, genuinely because of the whole fentanyl scare.
Yeah, it's funny.
Imagine giving kids fentanyl on Halloween. Imagine a little 7-year-old comes up to you, he gets a candy, he eats it, and he just starts zombifies.
Why are people so fucking stupid about that, though? When the absolute fuck have you known anyone that's had a candy apple razor blade or poison in their fucking chocolate? Like, shut up.
I've never seen it happen. But I definitely know that people were given drugs before in New York. I know that happened in the Bronx.
I don't.
I know that happened.
It would be the Bronx.
That is so absurd, though. Who the fuck gives away free drugs?
Villains.
No,
Villainous creatures.
Villains want to make money. They don't want to. The only way you give away
you're talking
drugs
about big
is
game
to
villains.
addicts.
You're talking about big game villains. I'm talking about little street level villains.
Maybe, and if that, I still question that because you're gonna waste your only little money you have just to give it away to somebody, and you don't even get to see it happen. You don't even get to see the drugging.
Derek, it's about the satisfaction of knowing. You know what it is? It's like,
do you know?
Funny.
No,
it's
you
funny.
How do?
So what do you stake out the house and wait for the ambulance to come and shit?
No, it's simply you simply know.
But you don't.
You
it's kind of like
know.
a gamble. They might not even eat your candy. It just seems like bullshit to me.
But what you've done, is you've created. These are not big game villains who are cold and calculated. These are people. These are menaces. People who just want to watch the world burn, just like fucking Michael
people
Caine.
That are slightly a little bit more work than I am.
The world burn.
I watch the world. I poke. There are people for real. There are people who poked holes in condoms, and that's it. And then they would leave.
Yeah,
and that just to know that they created a splinter in space time where it's like I created 10 branching timelines.
I just ruined someone's life. Jackpot.
I will concede. I will concede to that I'm not even saying it is an impossibility. I'm saying it's more improbable the likeliness of it happening. It's just so low. It's so low that if it has happened,
infinitesimally unlikely. The idea that it would happen to you at all is fucking preposterous because it happens maybe one. Right. It's like 99.99999% chance it's not going to happen to you, and so the idea of people being afraid of it is ridiculous.
Right.
We lived in a world where people went on bridges on freeways, and threw frozen turkeys off. That really happened. That happened really by Chris and I. That really happened. That for real actually happened. Like, what year was it? Was it 2013 or like 2012?
That was around. It was around college. It was around.
It's not a tradition. It's not a tradition, though.
No, it's been happening.
It happens. It happens over there.
How often?
All right. This is terrible.
That's what I'm saying.
Terrible. This is terrible, by the way. But like, I laughed because I'm shocked by it. But
it's so absurd.
Woman hit by frozen turkey tossed through windshield in 2004 dies.
Did they get the people that did it?
I don't know.
Because I want to see the court shit of that. I want to see the fucking turkey tossers. Like, I want to see them in court.
It replaced her head, dude. It replaced her head.
Like, dude, the impact broke every bone. The impact broke. He's laughing.
That is fucking crazy. That is so outrageous.
It's so evil. Like, why? Like, what would compel a person
to throw a fucking dude? Like, people don't understand that it doesn't take much
turkey,
force
bro.
to
he
crack
can barely
a skull.
lift it. She's like, yeah, buddy,
yeah. That is
some
like,
people.
Okay, I know rocks. People throw rocks at cars, fucking assholes. But a frozen turkey.
So
here's
hold on. This is important. This is important.
I understand that, but.
This is important.
What do we got?
The teens were arrested shortly after the assault, and several of them agreed to testify. He would have faced up to 25 years in prison if he was convicted of throwing the turkey. Instead, the victim intervened and worked to get him amnesty.
Oh, so this was a different one that didn't
die.
No. So this woman, she died. This is a story about this woman dying, but I guess she didn't die from that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
I always thought her head got popped off.
Well, it said the impact broke every bone, and the impact broke every bone in her face, which required a 10-hour surgery, 3 titanium plates, and a wire mesh for her left eye socket to correct. The teens were arrested shortly after what I just read, and she worked with them to forgive these people because they were teenagers.
And this punk ass bitch. No, I'm sorry. You know, you work with kids that steal. You work with kids that do shit like you don't work with kids that throw real shit, right? Real shit. Freeway.
Any kid that did that is just a fucking jackass. That's a jackass kid. That's not a supervillain, right?
You don't rehabilitate that shit though. I'm sorry.
No, it's like I did something because kids do dumb shit. But like
that is
also
another
crazy.
level.
This is your
That's
Chris
another
Brown
crazy.
shit again. Young people do.
No, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle, right? I'm in the middle because listen.
I'm sorry.
I have absolutely
Thrown
done stuff
turkeys at
that is
old
not
women.
as that bad as that, but I've done some fuck shit
That's the
in my
point.
life. But
That's
also
the
at the
point.
same time, I knew I was just being a dumb kid.
No, but Kingston.
But
Of course, everybody's aware of the dumb shit they're doing, right? But then usually the point is, oh, maybe they didn't realize the entire ramifications of what the bad shit that they're doing. But throwing a fucking frozen turkey is going to hurt somebody. That is the point. There is no other point of doing that.
The
Like, there's
fact
no,
is that
like-
they threw it off a bridge when a car was coming.
Right,
It's like you
there's
don't
no
do
other
that
point.
then. Like that's not when you do that.
That's what I'm saying. There's no other point of, like, say throwing a frozen turkey through a house window. I can forgive that. Supremely
It's
idiotic.
still pretty ridiculous.
It's extremely idiotic. But the thing is, your intent is not to hurt somebody. Now, somebody could get hurt. They could be right by the window. But your idea of the odds of that happening is very low compared to the only outcome of throwing something that heavy off the fucking the bridge onto a
fucking
car.
freeway.
There's only one outcome. There's only one fucking outcome. You're gonna cause chaos.
There's
Like,
no, dude. People say that excuse a
People
lot.
do
They're like,
fuck
"Oh
shit,
man, they
dude.
were young." It's like, dude, I was young. I've been young.
Me too.
I've
Yes.
never done anything even remotely like this. I've done my fair share of
Even
like
close.
shitty things, but nothing
Little
even
things.
remotely close to this. And
thing is
Kingston
that,
says
like, I've-
Kingston almost agree. Kingston's like, "Oh well, I've done my fair share of fuck shit too." But like Kingston, you should be you should be put away. You're a terrible. You're a
No,
scary.
I'm not that
you're
bad.
You're a scary person.
I'm not that bad. I never harmed anyone, but I've definitely done fuck things.
You
I'm
threw a
definitely, like,
fireball out of your window.
out of fear. It wasn't because I did it because I was I did it because I wanted to hurt nobody. I was scared. I saw what happened. And I was like,
Oh, you did it because you
kill
were.
people.
Oh, you did it because you were scared. I did it because I was scared. Oh, I gave.
Your
I
instinct
was
wasn't to
hiding.
throw it in the sink.
Yeah, I
If
was
I was doing the
scared.
thing, it would have been in the house. It would have been inside my
The
house.
water would extinguish it.
I'd be like, man, I got scared. I made a foolish decision.
You threw
man.
it out, and
It
then
was
it ended up
foolish.
in somebody's ass.
I got scared. The
Like,
guy came up to my.
someone's-
The guy came up
It
to
ended
my
up
door.
substituted for someone's head.
The guy came up to my door in that military uniform. He had that military uniform. He came up to my door, and I just said, "Look, man, the Weinsteins are hiding in that house." And I was just like, I gave them up because I was just afraid. I don't know.
I was just stupid.
You know?
That is. I love how extreme that is. That is like 0 to 1 billion.
Significantly different. I'm
I love it.
I
I
don't think it's any different. I don't think it's any different. I think you throwing a fireball out of your window is equivalent to giving away a hiding family of Jews during the Holocaust.
That is wild. That is wild.
The levels of fear are so.
I'm so
No, it's the same.
there.
No, it's the same. Yeah, you're right. It's the same.
Like,
absolutely the same.
let me
It's the
give
same.
you one of the most fucked up things I haven't did this. I was around while it happened. My friend found out that birds can't have things that have like carbonated stuff.
Yes, like rice and shit.
Yeah,
They can't have that.
yeah.
We literally went to the edge of Manhattan and he gave them like fucking he gave them antacids. And I saw a bird pop and I was like, oh no. And I remember the whole ride home, I was just sitting down on the train laughing and crying. Because I never killed an animal before. I don't think I ever killed an animal still to this day. That's not like a
I
bug.
haven't. Well,
I
I
stepped
ran over
on a
mouse
mouse.
because there was a
Animal's
fucking
life.
idiot.
Yeah.
Nah, they're a mouse, whatever.
And I was driving on the train back to the Bronx, sitting down, crying and shaking and laughing because my brain split right down the middle where like that was hilarious, but also that was a living animal.
Yeah, you are a bad
I've been
person.
involved in shit like that. Where like, hey,
Yeah, I never got off on hurting animals ever. It was never
sometimes
even like an
shit
idea
gets
to do
really
that.
fucked up.
No,
I think I've
like, look,
only
I
ever-
understand the
I think
pest
I've only
thing.
ever-
The pest thing, I get that.
Yeah, the roaches. When I killed those roaches,
I've
that
never
was the only
killed
time I
an
ever
animal
had
you went a
animal
little
that,
too.
like-
You went a little too You went a little too Dr. Mangula with your shit, though.
What are you talking about?
It was a little disturbing.
I just froze them.
You did other things.
No, I did. I never did anything.
I remember
else.
one of the episodes you talked about a couple of things you did.
I've never killed an animal that has eyes I can look into, you know?
I didn't do anything more than like I crushed them and I froze them, but I didn't do anything. I was fucking around for the
whatever
show.
you said, then you said okay. Well, yeah, whatever you said some shit that I was like, man, this guy.
What did I say? Like I dissected them or something? Like what did I say?
I can't.
I don't remember what I said.
This was like probably. Dude, this was probably like actually 4 years ago. That's the problem.
Oh,
because it was very early on. It was. I think it was before the pandemic. We might have been in person recording when you talked about this.
Did you burn them till they were carbon?
No, I didn't. Carbon. I didn't fuck around with fire. Look, I'm not going to pretend like there aren't things I would have loved to do to them because I hated them so much. But like I didn't actually like go out of my way to like build contraptions or anything. I would stomp them when I saw them, and if I did see them and I had compressed air around me, I would turn it upside down and I would freeze them.
And you would freeze them
otherwise they would run away.
Yeah.
Otherwise they would run away, and then I wouldn't be able to get them. But
I mean, you could just stomp on them, but okay.
I don't know. I didn't like. At a certain here's the thing about that.
I get that you don't want to step on them. Okay.
It's just like it ruins your fucking shoes, and then they smell at a certain point if you've killed too many of them. You don't want to know what roaches smell like. It's bad.
One of my friends stomped on a giant one with his socks on, and I was like, "That's hardcore.
That's disgusting.
That's hardcore."
He should be stomped on.
That's actually worse than doing it with your bare foot. Because, like, it's all in your sock. And then you gotta throw it in with your clothes and shit.
I'm not afraid of bugs, but big roaches scare me. They do actually scare me a little bit.
They're just gross. Like, the squish and then all the juices, nah, fuck all that noise.
Because you hear like, ah, and it pops. You know, you hear something. You're like, ah, don't.
Don't.
Did you guys? By the way, did you guys get that video that I sent you guys in the text chat of?
Yes,
the Pokemon one.
No. I sent a video in the text chat of Pee Wee Herman saying the N word. It made me laugh.
It completely caught me off guard. I was thinking, oh, is he gonna like die and then it's gonna maybe a fan made thing that has our segment or something?
No,
I was thinking that no, it completely caught me off guard. Sayonara.
Oh my god, that's Stamper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Stamper.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
nice.
Let's
video's insane.
Let's get one more. Let's get one more, and then we'll head on out of here. What the fuck is this? Oh, okay. This is. I don't know if we've addressed this or not. Child Endangerment wrote in. He says, "What's up, strength, dex, and intelligence?" Question for you, Chris, and a comment for Derek. Thoughts on Cyberpunk 2077? I heard you mention it like once in the past, and Derek, the amount of oiled up baddies in that game is astounding. You got to try it. Did you not play Cyberpunk, Derek?
So this is really funny. Well, it's not funny at all. It's one of those things where I don't know how this happened. Short answer, I have not played it. I don't know how this happened. This is one of those things where my brain almost tricked itself into thinking like, surely, yeah. But then like I started thinking about it, I was like, I just completely, my brain, it did one of these things that I don't have a good explanation for. That I know I would enjoy this game. The romance options and all this stuff, things, our RPG elements, CD Projekt Red. And I remember when it first launched, I was like, of course I'm not going to play it. But then they fixed it, and I just, for some reason, just forgot about it. Even with the fucking Phantom Liberty and all that shit came out, something was bothering me, but I didn't quite figure it out that I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to buy the fucking game. I just forgot. And so it's weird that it's been this many years and I just have not experienced it at all. And I almost think there's a little level of embarrassment that that I just kind of like suppressed it, you know? That I was like, I completely forgot to play it. Like, fuck. Whatever, though. Whatever. I'll buy it. It's fucking probably like $30 now or something. Probably for both things if I look.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That
It is a
Yeah, I'm
very,
sure.
very, very good game. And there's a ton of bad bitches in that game. Like,
Yeah,
that
I
game
don't-
has a lot of bad bitches, dude.
okay.
Yeah, it's very-
$36 for
I gotta
both.
do the corporate route so I could fuck that evil bitch. I forgot her name.
Oh, GOG.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
I forgot her
Oh, I
name.
forgot.
Fucking
I
the
forgot her
blonde-haired
name.
evil bitch that gets you arrested. Gotta do that route. Haven't fucked
All
her.
right.
There's only one I haven't fucked. Everyone I haven't daggered yet.
Jesus Christ, daggered. Holy
I haven't
shit.
daggered yet. It's the only bitch I haven't
Alright.
daggered yet.
All right, let's get the
Damn.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's do. Let's do.
Count me down.
Cyberpunk.
3, 2, 1.
We're gonna read all of our $25 and up patrons now. Starting with fuck bitch ass Patreon. This website can suck my fucking balls and my dick and my cock. Chris, thanks for not making the 200th guest be Julia Louis-Dreyfus duct taped to a chair. Gladsween talked you out of it. Patreon cuts off my name. The UK English dub of Dragon Ball. Bargains imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute savings. Leon Sam's
Wait, is
Big
that
Meaty
real?
Stinks. What, the UK
There's no
dub
way
of
that-
Dragon Ball?
Sorry, go. Yeah, go. There's no way. That's not a real thing.
There's no, it's a I am a Super Saiyan. It's
Like,
me. Go
I would
man.
lose my mind if that was real.
It's me.
Vegeta.
Goku.
I wouldn't be. You'd be here.
Kakarot.
Kakarot? What are you doing over here?
What in the hells are you doing here, Kakarot? You bloody sane monkey.
Oh my
That'd
god.
be great.
Yeah, it's me, Mr. Satan, right, have you? What are you
Right,
doing
have
over there?
Strongest man, strongest bloke around.
Strongest bloke in the universe, innit?
In it.
Are you daft, blood?
Oh, Kakarot, I'm your brother.
I'm your
Oi,
brother.
what?
Oh, it's
What did
me,
you say,
Raditz.
Raditz?
It's Raditz.
It's me, Raditz. I'm your brother, mate. We're aliens.
You're my what?
We're
No
a
way.
warrior race. We're a warrior race from another dimension.
Another dimension.
That's
Starts
it's
off
getting
with
into Australia at that point. It's like everyone just has that tinge of like the vaguely British accent. It's there's Kiwis in it. There's fucking Australians in it. It's just a fucking
There's
disaster.
Those, apartheid niggas are in it. It would be pretty good.
Oh my
Like,
god, South
what do they call
African
them?
accents.
Africans
fucking,
people.
South African,
Yeah.
like the District 9 accent. Oh man,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking
That
crazy.
shit's weird to me, man. I don't get it. Because
I
it's like
can't-
Australian, but then it's not.
Kiwis,
I'm like, what
man,
is
they sound
this?
fucking weird.
No, Kiwis are not.
Like they have a lot of the same mannerisms.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's-
South Africans are there's a term for them. I forgot what they're called.
Well,
South Africans.
I don't know. All I know is that they speak Afrikaans. That's all I know, and that upsets me. For some reason, it upsets me that they have their language called Afrikaans. I'm like, God, I don't do that.
Call my home,
mate.
home,
Oh, mate.
oh,
Big
So,
bang
wait,
of talk.
Wait, so the Vegetas would be Gallic knife because they can't have guns. Over
Garlic, because they have garlic knife.
there. No,
Kaioken times 4.
Right, blood. Now I'm gonna turn myself into a dinosaur, eh?
we're gonna get the Dragon Balls over here so we can wish for the Imperial measurement system. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right.
God damn, I want to watch that. Actually,
We should just
I
dub
think it'd
it.
be
We
fun.
should-
It'd be fun for a little
You
bit,
just
and then it
dub
would
it?
get really obnoxious.
I should just
Yeah.
dub it. British Ball Z. Let's do it.
Brick Bong Z.
Brick. Oh my God, no.
Oh man.
Let's go.
Okay. Big Meaty Andy, the man whose handies are S tier and dandy. The Snark Tank runs a train on Keith David. The only Chris only likes Julia
Wow.
Louis-Dreyfus because he kind of looks like her. Heath Smoker, my Metal Gear is rising and my snake is solid. Jesse Pickman, homeless trans femme who has a town inside her. Hey, he stole that guy's pizza. Thin Boy and Longfeller, a slender musical.
Very
we
cool.
smoking Usain Bolt dick. He's even got a Dracula Flow profile picture, which I appreciate.
Nice.
Really committed. The Snark Tank is my favorite Marxist podcast. JK, y'all libs, but I still love you. Fuck it. Carry on with the Britain slander. Shit sucks here. Listening to Sweeney makes me consider racism. Yeah, we just we just slandered Britain for a fucking while. Chris, I'll use your ass as a condom for my shotgun. Baller of the first sin. Spum befudders. Excuse me. I'd like you to imagine Jill Valentine getting deep dicked by Crash Bandicoot. Thanks. Jolly old dipshit. The Medea cinematic universe. Boofing fermented piss in an F-150 to achieve heaven. Topher laser pistol. Cyphergraph. Gay Peter Parker be like, I'm going to put some dick in your mouth. Blue Eyes White Drag Queen. You gay hoe. Not a straight by Men and M. I'm not a straight.
I do like men. Every woman.
Everybody,
get the fuck out my face.
My ass.
I only want some penis in my
suck
jaw.
This dick
Tuck your
together.
penis. Come on my walls. Let you know that. I want some balls. Holla if you feel like you need cock in your throat.
That's pretty good. It's not bad. There's definitely something there. But he goes, I'm not a straight too gay to stand. Too gay to stand.
Too gay.
Everybody.
Oh, I get it. That's actually kind of good.
Everybody come gate my man. I think gate my ass works better, but like, I get it.
Should come gate my ass, yeah.
We'll fuck his holes together.
All right, let's not. Yeah. It's good, but Chris Reagan's obnoxiously loud sigh. What does a Hispanic girl say when losing her virginity? Get off me, Dad. You're crushing my cigarettes. Oh, my God. I don't think is that a stereotype? That doesn't sound real. I've never heard that in my life. Come in the sheets.
Anecdotally, there's I've heard some
that's
stuff,
unfortunate. Yeah. I don't know, man. That must be Mexican as fuck because I ain't never heard that in my life growing up, I gotta say.
Yeah,
it's come in the sheets. Wait, what are we doing? Are we expounding?
What did he say?
No, we don't need to. Let's not expound on rape.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Come in the sheets up to my ankles. Come in the sheets up to my knee. Come in the sheets all on my butthole. Come in my eyes, all over me. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a reference to something or just
what that is.
He's got a coming problem.
He's got a coming problem. Sweeney's superpowers being confidently wrong. Back the tank of cum. Caucasian container. The Cracker Barrel for gays. Donald Trump burping on Dom's clit. Fight me, Greg Miller, for what you've done to my boot. Do Christian girls squirt holy water? All I want to do is bust inside a guy or two. I'll fuck them, then I'll fuck you. Thank God we're gay. No rain. She pipkin on my pippa. Possum can't smell and Chris is kind of right. Vince
Possum can't smell.
Vince McMahon actually shat on a woman's head during a threesome, ellipses allegedly. I really can't get over how fucking insane that is. Average clit energy.
So
what
gross.
starts with my Hellcat is a push to start and ends with ER. Just the hard R. Star Coffee on Twitch. Yo, I can work on Gangsta Quest. Fuck me, police. NWA.
Fuck me, police? Is that what it said?
Fuck me, please.
Oh, police.
Yeah. It's dumb. Going straight to hell for that Friends thumbnail. That Friends thumbnail was crazy.
I was just looking at that earlier today.
Bro.
I was just looking at it earlier today because I was scrolling through my shit looking for something, and I was just laughing at it.
It's insane. Him spitting the water out is so fucking. It's so outrageous. Going to hell.
Right?
Yeah, we're going to hell. I stopped paying my rent so I could be a real fan. Transfem Gremlin, exposing people with lactose intolerance and 90 million roentgens of ionizing radiation. Yush, not Vin Pen, the angelic DM. Dudes be fucking the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as I'm on my knees. So take off your clothes. Craig the Canadian, Mike Ehrmantraut was Jim Gordon in Arkham Knight. It's your boy Shawnee D. Jinkies, Velma. Those are Asian people. I don't know what that means. Is she afraid?
I guess.
I guess.
Velma says jinkies.
Yeah, I don't.
So who is saying that to her?
I don't. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Oh yeah.
Daily Wire presents Matt Walsh's What is a Black? Ben and Jerry's Funky Monkey. I live in Philly and everything you guys said is true. Also look up Kensington Beach 215 on Instagram. Racist Alanis Morris said, be like, what did you expect? They're N-words. 3XO inventing a new sect of Islam where you get 72 femboys after blowing up the bathroom. Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticons going like this. Drip MH, Lord of Homeless Drip. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I'm fucking gay.
I love it. That's great.
So good. It's so good because it sucks. Obi won't you blow me?
Exactly.
Norwegian game dev is homeless and gay. Let me smash. Kremlin the Gremlin. If I hear one more Chumba Casino ad, I'll kill you. I'm gonna steal your bones.
Nope.
Appeton Oak. Fucking police coming hard as I thrust and pound. Avi. Chris, what happened to the Sween Bears video? The Sween Bears video? The fuck? It should still... I haven't taken any videos down. The Sween Bears video.
Like bears in my body?
Yeah, it should still be up.
Video was so long ago. Oh my gosh.
That wasn't insane. That was when my previous MacBook died, and I got a new one the day that we shot that to film that, and that MacBook is dying now. So that's like 6-7 years. It's insane.
Time is always going. Isn't it weird that time never stops moving forward?
Yeah, Wasteland 583, a sad
concept.
guy from Michigan. Can I get a dick pic with your gray sweatpants on and one without them? Can I also get 3 pics of your dick in any position? Also, and it cuts out.
God damn.
The Papini Bros.
Also.
Yeah. Also,
$300.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's already, there's media. There are sites that I'm on. The Paprini Brothers Emporium, all right, Snark Tank, feast your eyes on that gay doctor's mix. Donk Donkerson, Monkeyatsu, installing a faulty neural link in Chris's head that plays Thunder on repeat. Oh, we forgot about that.
Thunder.
Yeah, the neural,
Thunder.
Elon Musk. I totally forgot about that. That's real
Wait,
now.
what?
No!
Elon Musk is
real?
putting. Yeah, Elon Musk apparently they just put the first chip in somebody's brain.
No thanks.
God damn it, Carl Weathers died.
Yeah, he did.
Is that real?
God damn it.
Yeah.
What, really?
Yeah.
Are you
he's
serious?
Dead.
Carl
75
Weathers?
years old.
You son of a bitch.
You know who that is, right?
Fuck. Yeah, I remember. Hey,
Apollo,
God damn.
Dylan. It's a lot of niggas.
That's
I mean,
so
he was
sad.
freaking Apollo Creed.
He was
Yeah,
Apollo.
I mean-
He was Dylan.
Apollo Creed, man.
Dylan, you son of a beep.
It made me so happy knowing that Apollo actually beat Rocky more times than Rocky beat Apollo. That made my heart feel better. I don't know why it made me feel better, but it made me feel way better.
That's such a bummer.
I was like, yeah, Rocky, fuck you fucking punk ass bitch.
Yeah, because he was great. He was great in
He was good at Mandalorian too.
He was great in Norbit. He played everybody.
Wait, what?
Please
Carl Weathers.
continue reading.
Right?
Please
man,
continue.
shut up, bro.
Please continue reading. Please.
It's Carl Weathers.
For the love,
what do you mean?
For the love of all that is.
I know
sacred.
Carl
Any
Weathers.
chance
I
having
know
black
Carl Weathers.
defense
I can
other
tell
than
him.
us.
It's like
You will no
I know
longer
Carl
have
Weathers.
any black defense other than us for the rest of your life. You have ruined that for yourself.
What are you talking about? You don't think I know? You don't think I know Carl Weathers? I know his catchphrase. I know. Hey. I know Carl Weathers. Okay. God damn it!
No.
Fucking rude, you guys.
I am officially quitting this podcast.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk to you anymore.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck.
hey,
That is
hey.
really.
God
that is
rest
actually
in
really.
peace, Carl Weathers. God damn.
Damn, dude.
Look, we were too respectful. Like we've been so disrespectful to everybody else who's died on the show. We can't just arbitrarily start with Carl Weathers.
I'm not legitimately angry. I was like, oh man, I think I needed like 10 more minutes to get there. And then I would have been like,
You needed to, it took you 3 seconds to turn on Pee Wee Herman, if that.
This fucking Pee Wee Herman, his life is hilarious.
well,
His
I
whole
think I had
situation was
already.
hilarious.
That wasn't me finding out he was dead, though. Right?
Oh yeah, that is
I think
fair.
I
That's fair. I
think it was a little. I literally just found out right now. I was just kind of processing it.
The idea of Pee Wee Herman
that
coming on
guy?
people's hair in the fucking movie theater is fucking hilarious. Him shit up
What?
busting on people's hair. They're like, ew.
Oh yeah. That's. I mean, it's a fan. That was a good segment. That was great.
Yeah, no. Unironically, like he was so funny on like actually like on Arrested Development, like when he would show up on that was fucking insane. Like there were these like recurring bits with Carl Weathers that I really loved on Arrested Development. Yeah, it was a while ago, but where the fuck is
He rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace, Carl. Hopefully the weather's better up there. You got to pay the troll's toll to get in the boys' hole.
To get in my
Gade
ass.
6. Joe Biden unhinging his gaping maw to suck the melanin out of any so-called black person who didn't vote for him. Ed and Patrick Starr fighting Jews in the Junnels in the Israel-Palestine rat wars. Here comes the cum, doo-doo-doo-doo, an evil lesbian, blow me gay, that gay major scale thing. I can't read. It fucks me up every time. Gumballs voice actor calling Dream the F slur. My girlfriend chews balls like bubblegum. John Strickland. So lay down that bussy feel. When it's tight, I cream again. The Head by Gayvel. Mercs 1889. Houdini's hit song F slurs come out at night. I don't know what that is. The First Church of Keith
Such
David.
a wild song to hear.
Too black for you.
Yeah. The First
That's
Church
just
of Keith
come out
David.
at night.
Dick.
That's just come out. That's after it's come out.
I was.
I always want to
convinced
use that F
his
slur
name was
so many
Dick
times in
Butkus.
covers, and I'm just like, can't. Sorry, keep
It'd
going.
be funny, but like you know how they get.
It sucks
Yeah,
that it's just
you know
objectively
how
a really
they
funny
get.
word.
It is. It works, and it fits a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like even this Tom McDonald thing, I was like, because he says they call me offensive. I want to be like, they call me an F slur. Like I immediately want to use that because it just like he's like they call me offensive, controversial, and I wanted to, but instead I just found a different thing where it's like to call me a twink and controversial. Like I found a way around it. So but it works so well. And I can't use
slur
it.
is a funny word. It's unfortunate that it's a slur. You know, him with the N word.
Yeah.
N-word. I think that word's hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
It is really funny.
N-wordly is the funniest word I've ever heard in my life. I think
I mean,
that
you
word
can
is
say that.
such
That's just a
funny-
real word. This is a real word. You don't have to say
that's a real word.
inwardly. You don't have to say inwardly.
N-wordly. I think that word is. I think that's also funny
That's
as
what
well.
makes it funny, I guess.
N-wordly
Inwardly.
itself is a funny phrase.
All right. Second
Yeah.
Church of
Grab
Keith
the-
David
fair.
featuring being better than the First Church of
He
Keith David.
grabbed the
Pre-Rise, Blake
basketball
896. Logan has been the WWE United States champion for over 90 days. It has defended it fucking once. He said, son, have you seen gay porn? What would you say if I throw it at your wood? Just grab on this dick. You'll even get laid. Booker T calling Hulk Hogan the N-word live on TV and immediately regretting it. Gay Van Halen, hot for teacher, parentheses, a male teacher. Lost my job at Kohl's because they caught me playing with the mannequin's boobs. Damn, bro.
I wonder if that's real. Like if that actually happened.
I bet you could.
I
bet
hope it did.
I bet if you're already somebody that they don't really like being there, that's a pretty good way. Like, I don't think a good employee would get fired for that. You know what I mean? Like, if you were like a good asset and people liked you,
Right.
like I don't think that would get you. But like, if people got their sights on you, that'll get you.
Yeah,
That's
do
a good
that.
point. Yeah. Because he probably did it as a joke, like, oh, this is funny. And then like, this is inappropriate. Like, fine, we can get this asshole out of here.
Yeah, finally, this fucking psycho. We're gonna get rid of this
piece
fucking
of
guy. This
shit
psycho.
employee.
You hear this? You hear
This
this?
fucking-
You hear this bullshit that this guy listens to? This Snark Tank podcast? The fuck? This guy needs to get out of here, man.
I
He
saw
plays it
that
on the
motherfucker
speakers.
eating the toilet bowl. I saw him biting straight through the parts of the toilet bowl and eating it. I heard him doing that. You ever realize why the bathroom's so fucked up all the time? Because that fucking bitch eats the toilets.
Oh fuck!
Just
Alaskan
eating.
oil field
He
trash.
takes off the
Texas
lid
tater
part and just
salad.
starts scarfing that shit down.
Pungent clown pussy that's filled with Sween's puke. Sue Hulk.
Ew.
Tickle my ass
God
hairs.
damn.
Nikki Ziggy. That's pretty wild. Yeah, pungent, really. I said pungent pussy before on the show for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, is it that?
Yeah. It's about-
It's that thing about like how I could smell my.
It was
I smell my
probably
dick underwater after I fuck you, Peg. Sue Hulk, tickle my ass hairs, Nikki Ziggy, Marcus. It's Marcus. Last month on the COG can support you at 25 as Baird spent our funds on Mira's OnlyFans. Okay, I see. A roughly human-shaped pile of red flags. King K rules : Wicket 909. Nice. Jackson DuPont, Badly Brave. GJ Chazzy Chef. Duck Cunt, the Jiu-Jitsu master slowly but inevitably mounting you. Aetherian, Progerian Hunter, Melphus, one of the angriest crowd enjoying the view from the Dealey Plaza on the 6th floor. And rounding out our list, as always,
woo!
The king of haphazard. Look at this king
combo.
I can't believe he's still around, this man. What a silly little
king,
fella.
bro. Y'all play Tekken yet?
No, not yet. I can't justify buying it because it's a game that I'll probably only play at people's houses. So I'll just play other people's copies. I can't. No one's gonna come here to play Tekken.
I thought about buying it, but I was like, I'm just not gonna. I'm not even play Street Fighter 6 enough anymore.
Yeah,
I like
Tekken.
Tekken right now, so
Tekken's probably my favorite. It's just, I don't know. I can't.
Mocha Gin.
There's no neutral in modern fighting games anymore, bro. I hate it.
All right.
There's no guessing. Everybody just starts fucking going wild instantly, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Can I tell you something? Honestly, I'm a little bit bummed that you bailed on the joke midway through about the light in your face.
Oh, what's up?
I'm a little bummed. Like, I was kind of hoping it would last the whole time, and then at the end we would be like, Hey, Swing, can you lower your brightness? Like, that's kind of what I was building towards. But you killed it immediately. Yeah, look at that. Look at him.
I'm trying to recover.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Thanks for supporting us over at patreon.com/snarking. Thanks for your viewership. Thanks for your listens. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for all that shit. You guys are the best, even though you're homeless, and we would never associate with you in public, and we would cross the street if we saw you approaching. Despite all that, we care about you very deeply. Do not approach me ever. Just don't. All right, bye.
I want you guys to understand this one thing real quick. You're never actually safe. Ever. You're always in danger until the moment you're dead.
That is true. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.